Right now I'm watching Dead by Daylight, dreaming
Now,
of being able to play.
really, you're what? Okay, so I've gone live now. So I thought I'd
Oh,
start.
you are? Okay,
I
then
just
I'll watch you.
I thought I'd start with like a nice casual shot of the squirrel cam, and then go from there. I think I tested my audio first this time, so I would if something goes wrong now, I freaking despair.
Nothing has gone wrong, Dad. You
Hello,
can
Team
hear us,
Hermitcraft.
and you can
Yeah.
hear you. I'm listening.
Okay, I'm very okay. Who's in?
Who's
Okay,
in?
so I want to see who's in the Hermitcraft stream. Oh, okay.
Oh, now what?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is Hermitcraft a type of mod, or is that just?
No, I've explained this at least 50 times to you.
I know, but Baz explains things to me all the time, and I get confused.
It's just Dad. It's just a server with a bunch of YouTubers.
I see, but it's not special mods on it like ForgeCraft was.
No.
Oh well, no, it does have a few mods.
Yeah, has a few mods.
Of course, everyone's here. The mods are just stuff like armor stand mods when
Jack.
people sleep.
Hey, Lord
Hey,
Chunky.
Jack.
Lord Chunky is in the house. How are you, Lord Chunky?
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
You're dying to see my new friend, aren't you?
You got a new friend.
We were doing a coffee chat the other day.
It's a cicada.
One of those. Oh, wait.
Cicada?
Yeah. He landed like on the table while we were doing it.
Oh, sorry, Dad. I
No,
thought
I'm
he
kidding.
already.
I'm kidding. Look at that. So look at this beast. Isn't he gorgeous?
Oh. Wait, I'm not on the stream yet. Give me one
Ah.
second.
Well, everyone else is watching Hermitcraft, so it's fine. But look at that. I just can't. It just looks like a dinosaur to me, doesn't it?
Wait, is Discord live now? Because your face cam is up.
It should be. You should be able to hear you.
Hey,
too.
Elena.
Oh wow, it does look cool.
Elena,
What's that new perspective?
isn't that cool?
You have a new perspective
What do you mean, of me or of the bug?
of you.
Yeah, I moved. I've rotated around the room a little bit because Jane thought it was more aesthetically pleasing, and plus,
I like the other one better.
what? Oh, because you can see all the toys in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to adjust. I got to move stuff right now. Let me see if I can just do just Hewley.
Oh.
You see, the advantage
That's a
though
full-time job.
is this, and also I've just run. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll do this. I've just run a cable, really very stylishly run it, across the room and out into the bio bench, so I can actually put my CNC and 3D printers out there, and they can be running away, and I could still be streaming without all that crazy noise, right? And
And by the way, hello to everyone that is currently joining our stream, all 17 of you.
look at this. Alma goes instantly into host mode. She's good. She's really good. Hey, it's full-time job.
You get too distracted, so I take over.
I just want you to notice, Alma, that legend that full-time job, it's a full-time job, refers to me as legend.
No, I'm legend. You're dude.
What? No, I'm not. I'm the legend.
I finally got Valorant, and I unlocked Viper, and I can see how she's overpowered.
Well, but wait a second. Baz was just saying that there's a problem with Valorant because it's hacking people or something.
How?
Baz, explain it.
Okay.
Just,
Sorry. What's up? I'm just talking to my mom about her stealing my chocolate croissant.
Oh,
But besides
has
that,
anyone taken the bread
Your
out of the
mom
oven
made
yet?
chocolate croissant?
yeah, she stole my chocolate croissant.
But did
Insane, right,
That's
Jack?
illegal.
That is illegal. You hear that, Mom?
My question to you is that, Baz, did someone take the bread out of the oven?
I took it out and then
Oh,
we took off the top thingy.
how's it look?
wow, we already have 31 viewers. This is great.
What the heck? Oh, wow.
Hello, everyone. Hello to everyone. Mystic Parrot.
Hello.
The Snoops 91.
Hello,
Wolfbane.
Elena. Hello,
Bacon
Lorenza. Where's
Turtle
Lorenza?
Princess. Dester.
Baz, what's your
joining.
crouch button?
I may have
Good
to do.
job.
I may have to do some muting now. I think.
Shift.
It's possible
Yeah,
I may have to
same.
mute
No,
everybody.
it's okay. I'm not talking.
No, it's not you, Baz. I'm saying there's just so many people talking. What's up? Somebody what? What happened? Where'd everyone go? It suddenly went very silent. Or have I just muted everybody? I shouldn't have. What's going on? Oh, it seems to have dropped the connection there for a second.
Something happened. It kicked me out.
Yeah, I just lost everyone's.
It was just too
Voice.
exciting. It was too exciting for.
Yeah, I couldn't
for
hear
Discord.
anyone.
I think.
Yeah.
So I think we just have to be a little careful because we got so many people in now. We got to be a little careful about jumping on each other's voice chat. Is all. So.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's not anyone. It's not any one person's fault. It's that we've all got exciting things to say. We just may have to go.
No,
through.
I know, but since I'm Canadian, I have to.
You have to say sorry.
apologize
That's so
for-
true. That is true. I'm so sorry. I broke them.
People say Canadians are too polite, but it's like, do you not apologize for things that aren't your fault? But you still want people to feel better.
Exactly. We're just trying to get the warm Canadian fuzzies around to everybody. Greetings. Hey, everyone, we got greetings from Hungary. We got greetings from Argentina.
Ooh.
Okay, I bet you Argentina has some really cool bugs. What about
We
Hungary?
have
Yeah.
What about Hungary?
We-
Just-
Yeah.
Middle of the ocean.
Oh, the oven alarm. One sec.
Oh, there's an oven alarm. That's probably because, Hi, David, and everyone from the middle of the ocean. What?
Yeah,
Are
I
you-
told you that, but no one was listening to me.
Well, I try to tune you out as much as possible.
Ooh, Ukraine.
Wait a second.
we're-
Bronze scale, where are you in the ocean right now? What's the deal
Exactly.
on that?
That's what I asked.
It's probably just a prank thing.
You think so? I don't know. We've got some pretty interesting people interested in
Maybe
science.
Australia.
People who are interested in science tend to do exciting things like hop on boats and, And from Ukraine. Oh my gosh, wow. Cleaning your laptop,
Wow.
It was so dusty. I have to clean I got a couple computers I got to clean because, including Meredith, my giant Drobo. That's this thing here. Look, I'll show you. That's this giant hard drive thing that I've got to try to save video and things. So that thing, that box, that is like, that's like 50 terabytes of information. And it's full of dust, like totally. Maybe he's from Atlantis, the middle of the ocean. That's true. Good point, Destiny Caliber.
Bronze scale. Have you admitted you are from Atlantis, aren't you?
He's the man from Atlantis. Maybe it's Aquaman calling from his base. It is the international.
Wait, you mean Aquaman from Fortnite?
Exactly. the animated Aquaman from Fortnite. I love that. Wait a sec. It's a full-time job's got a really good idea. The International Bandits. That's pretty great. I like that.
Bronze scale saying something, guys.
That's all.
Are you a demigod?
That's all the bandwidth they've got. I found you, David. That your live stream via Reddit. My husband and I have marathon watching Stargate Atlantis. Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you, Snoops. This is actually my Tech Bandits session. So
I still have no clue what Stargate is, and
hang on, I'll explain it to you in a second. Let me just
Ouch,
explain
David.
to Snoops what's going on.
Banned.
I didn't even know. Okay, David, I didn't even know.
Removed from this Discord.
I'm sorry. Okay, here, I'll do it right now. I'm sorry, okay?
So I was just explaining to the Snoops that this is a Tech Bandit stream. So we're talking to this rabble, this crazy rabble over here, some of which, gosh forbid, have never watched Stargate because they're too darn young and too smart to be watching television. So basically, this is something I do every week. We do a Gaming Bandits on Wednesday, which is sort of focused on video games. We do a Friday Tech Bandits, which is focused on nothing and everything at the same time.
Nothing and squirrels.
Nothing and
evil
squirrels. You're right. Should I go to Squirrel Cam so they know what we're talking about?
dolphins. Yeah.
Watch this. I think I've got this switch down here. Okay, so we go to Squirrel Cam. And then I can go to 3 cameras. Check this out. And then we've got our cicada as well. I just think this thing is stunning.
Oh.
I don't understand though. Oh, we've got that's George, everybody. Nobody look at George. Poor George.
Got no audio apparently. Offset. Is anyone?
Cameras, yeah. Oh, what? No audio. What for them? Okay, I'm just Hewley Cam.
Let Spike.
Sorry that I spoiled it, Dad.
Oh,
When switching screens, there's no audio. When switching screens, there's no audio.
Let me see if I do this. If I do this, then I take out Squirrel Cam so that we don't see Squirrel Cam. But do we hear? We hear us both now, though. Oh, what's that? Oh, there you go. Perfect. Okay, so we've got our little friend here, and I just thought. First off, I just imagined these These little suckers wander. Oh, look, he's moving.
Oh.
He or she, I don't know, is I think was sort of suffering in some strange way. Had sort of fallen out of a tree. I don't know whether they were in the process of dying now, or maybe there's somebody in there out in our chat who can tell us. But apparently they have like this crazy long. They can live for like 17 years. They can live underground for like most of that, and then come up. There's audio from the chat, but not from David. Is that still the case? Now it works.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's just
David,
yeah. What were you gonna say, Alma?
You have to read the chat. You have to keep looking.
I can only keep track of a certain amount of it. The chat knows me well enough at this point.
Oh, David.
Yes.
Did you say you were gonna mix up those the pond?
I have made the brine, as they call it. So what I've done is I've mixed up water and salt to make a salty brine that would be like the ocean that these shrimps would live in. So I can put them in now if you want to. I don't think much will happen. It does look like an Eratus bug. It's so true, Gravity Gunner. That's from Stargate. So I've mixed up they call it a brine because I guess that is the sea, that's the ocean basically. And the ocean is salty, so you don't want to put it in non-salty water because they're not going to get what they need. So
Yeah.
Wow. Claps likes my collection of action figures and gadgets.
It's a cicada.
Wow, so it's a full-time job, says at 1.020 salt level. Oh, that's interesting. No, I totally just eyeballed it. It's a full-time job. Completely eyeballed it. I just threw a bunch of salt in the water and then went, that tastes like the ocean, and went with that.
You taste? Oh my god, David.
Well, it was just salt water, right?
This is like the time where we were at school before COVID, obviously, doing TechBandits, and David was like, "I wonder if the hot glue guns cooled down enough, in order to put it back in the bag because it was the end." And he kept touching it, and he burned himself 5 times.
It's important to know that it's off.
The glue gun to see if it was still hot.
Yeah, I'm here to show you what not to do, right? Isn't that the key?
Exactly.
So someone's got an interesting question, which I also had because I didn't know what to feed it. What do cicadas eat? Can anyone find out what cicadas eat for me?
Here, 1 second.
And
Cicada noodles.
Cicada noodles. Like little. Do you think they like ramen?
They eat vegetation. So basically, they're herbivores. They eat vegetation. Young cicadas eat liquid from plant roots, while molting cicadas eat twigs.
Twigs?
This is why I'm here.
Oh, really?
What's a molten cicada?
Molting, so it's like when the outer shell comes off it, when they shed their skins.
Oh, I see.
And these things, this is the most depressing life insects have the craziest lives. Some of them have their lives are literally a matter of hours. There are fruit flies that'll flap around for 2 hours and that's it.
Fruit flies are literally the most annoying things.
I know, I can't stand them, but we need them. But mosquitoes are horrible.
I saw this thing.
It says adults do not eat.
Oh.
Interesting. Digraphon says cherry peanut butter, and I'm thinking they're wrong.
Zeno says they eat your firstborn son, Iron Jinto.
Iron Jinto needs to be sacrificed to the great cicada. Let me give you I'll give you a whole run down the whole body here, because it's pretty gorgeous. Here's a little bit of movement. I feel bad because I don't want to freak the thing out, but I think it was honestly in this kind of bad state. I don't think anything.
It was yellow thing.
That's its leg. So if I can focus on the leg better. Oh.
No, I mean is the stuff that looks sort of like coral.
Oh, that is a moss. I just thought I'd put it in a little mossy. I like putting them in something that feels natural to them. So I put them in this moss, which is actually also a really cool kind of a living thing as well. It's pretty neat. It looks like an alien, doesn't it? It has sort of an alien look to it. I am just amazed at how armored this thing looks. So there's a little bit of fuzz, if you can see the fuzz back there. A little bit of fuzz behind its So behind that sort of back piece there. And they make that incredible noise, right? When this thing tried, like for a while there, it was sort of bouncing around every so often, like periodically, like flapping its wings and stuff. And it was like a crazy noise. Let's find out what the chat has to say about cicada, because I bet people have things to say. Okay.
Most people are still talking about sacrificing Baz, but...
The Big Thorin says they literally hit adulthood, look for a mate, and then die. Wow. Really?
That's like...
It is very alien vibes.
Isn't that how humans work too, technically?
Well, I mean,
We don't die.
I've made it and I haven't died yet, thank you very much.
Well, yeah, you've made it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like...
Life isn't all about finding a mate.
Well, but that's funny,
That's
though.
not in our genetic code. It's just
Life is about winning a video game.
It's all about video games. You're right. That's it. It's got nothing to do with actual mating.
The funny thing is, I know nothing about video games except for, like, Minecraft.
Well, then you know a lot about
like...
video games, because Minecraft is very much a video game.
Well, it's a big video game, but it's just one.
I mean, I don't...
Yeah.
Compare...
Like, I gotta say, like, even though a game's, like, a really big game, you're still... Even if you just know about one really big game, you still have to know about, like, I'd say, like...
Okay, so here's
Baz,
the
are
thing.
you getting snobby about video games?
I know.
No, I'm just saying that you can't just really like just one video.
Yes, you can. Why not?
I can't only like Minecraft?
Sure you can. Some people
yeah,
only
you
ever
can,
play
you
it. Some
can.
people that's all they want to play. I find it frustrating with you because I'm like, how do you bounce around between so many different video games? I understand your excitement about new games and stuff, but I can't keep track of what games you're playing half the time.
Okay, like, I have played other video games before, totally, and I do know about other video games, but trust me, I bet you I could... you know how there's people that are just very good at video games? Like, I'm not bad. I'm just not...
It's just
Maybe?
practice. Honestly, I think it's just practice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say,
Well,
Baz?
I don't have, like... I guess I do technically have an Xbox, but...
You technically have an Xbox? Is it a 360 or is the Xbox One?
It's a 360.
360, right. Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, no, but I don't know. I'm not... I guess I've never really been interested.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well, you know, let's talk to Eleanor while we've got Eleanor, because I know she usually has to run. But or sorry, Golden Wolf. Golden Wolf.
Pink Ninja is here as well, by the way.
House. Woohoo!
Yeah.
We got Pink Ninja.
I got here a while ago.
Oh, very good. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There was just too much chaos happening here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have had like a full-on party. Finally, Lorenza's joined us.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, because it's funny listening to Noodles talking about not really doing other video games than Minecraft. My hunch is, Noodles, that you would like what Elena and Lorenza are playing, which is the Sims game.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Because it's building, it's
Yeah, it has a lot of... You can...
However, in The Sims, there's no like
The
mining
Sims.
or
Oh, I play The Sims too. Yeah.
Oh, you do play The Sims?
Honestly, I like Creative Sims the most.
Creative Sims?
oh yeah, it's like when you make the character.
Huh.
Like,
Yeah.
I've always been the type of person, like, I guess this is, like, my really, like, PvP gamer personality, but I've never liked, like, not having, like, a challenge with, like, oh, you have to, like, especially with Minecraft, I've never really liked creative.
Really?
Oh.
No, come on. You did all
No,
of the...
I've never liked it, because
What about
it's, like,
that-
there's no challenge, you just get everything for free.
What was
I
the
just
one
feel
where
like,
you had the ghost
I don't like that. The
ghost
thing is,
sheep and things?
you have... So when in The Sims, when you make a sim, you give them aspirations,
yeah.
and when they have a career, they have to do certain things to be able to like level up in the career and get more money. So there is like aspects of having goals and stuff.
Ah,
Yeah, that's why I like The Sims, is because you have to, like, work for your money, basically.
Yeah.
Is Sims a PC game or is it just an all platform game?
All platform.
And can you
It's
play
all
it together?
platform, but to get mods and stuff, you play it on PC.
Yeah.
Also, the version on iPads is free, but really bad.
Oh, is it really?
The version on iPad that doesn't even count as The Sims. That's just
Really?
like that's not even The Sims.
It's just like a money grab.
Yeah.
Huh.
And you can't speed up time in it. It's real time.
What? You can't speed up time? Well, maybe that's just a life lesson there, Eleanor. You can't speed up time.
Yeah.
Who wants to speed up time?
It's so annoying.
Needed to go backwards.
You make mac and cheese for an hour. Like, seriously, I counted the time, and your sim takes like 4 hours to make mac and cheese. I'm like, how?
It takes 4 hours to make mac and cheese? What, on the...
It's not 4 hours. It's like...
It's not 4 hours.
But it's...
Like, you know how making mac and cheese should take like half an hour? I feel like they always take longer than...
But, so is it real-time stuff? No, it's not real-time, because you're having kids and stuff.
Wait, which game are you talking about?
Sims.
The Sims, actual Sims, or The Sims on mobile?
Actual Sims.
Okay. Well, on actual Sims, they do take a while to do things, but it's not... I don't find it that bad, because you can always just speed up time, and also... I don't know, I think it's fine.
It doesn't bother you, the timing of it?
No.
It's annoying. It's not. I don't mind it either. But just the idea of not having the speed up just seems like.
Yeah.
It's funny. I feel like I should play with Sims now because I feel like it might be something I quite like. I mean, I like.
Yeah.
Because of, in a weird way, because of COVID, I've got much more interested in things like plants, like growing things and and then picking up bugs. There's some weird things too, like picking up bugs. But
yeah. Well, in The Sims, you can collect bugs. You can like breed bugs and sell them.
Really?
To make money. You can grow tons of plants.
Except it makes you want to really do that though now. Doesn't it make you want to really go off and do that? Like you go, what? I want to go.
Not really.
No, does
Yeah, what I like to say is like, just because like I like to like I do stuff in video games, I feel like it doesn't mean I really want to go out. I do it in video games because I want to play it in video games.
Right.
But maybe the reason why you like video games is because you can do stuff which you can't do in real life, like Lara Croft or something.
It's true. It's true. I've put Commander Cosmos. Sorry, no offense, Commander Cosmos, but I've lowered your volume a little bit because so we can still hear you.
That totally makes sense.
All right, good. All right, good. Just so you know.
So my parents wish they had a mute button for me.
my
I just teach them that it's not worth it.
my father was a doctor, and he used to see couples would come in, and he had a couple come in at one point, and then she came in alone later, and he said, he asked about how things were going, and she said, oh well, we're no longer together, and he said okay, and he went into his computer, and he pressed. And he said, okay, well then I will. And he just pressed delete. He said, okay, so I've deleted that. And she goes, oh, I wish it was that easy. I thought that was kind of cute. That it was like, oh, if only you could just delete ex-husbands like that. It would be so much easier.
Well, with Sims also.
Yeah.
I find things are actually easier to do in Sims in real life.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of my complaints about YouTube videos, is a YouTube video that shows you how to do things is often all about like when everything works perfectly, right?
Yeah.
And so you have this sort of feeling of failure whenever you try something, because you're like, well, mine didn't do that. And that's the whole point, really, right?
Well, like, with Sims also, it's like, you can literally probably marry someone in like 3 days if you want to.
Well, believe me, that's happened too, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, you can make their love meter, like, completely full in, like, 1 day. And then marry them the next day.
All right, well, here's a question for you.
It's your gameplay.
Yeah.
If you wanted... I think it's just so... Because if you wanted to, you could make it not go up that fast. So it's basically them giving you the ability to do it however you wanted.
So there's a lot of flexibility in how you play the game.
Yeah.
Here's a question
for you. Because, I mean, if you wanted to, like, go through everything really quickly, you could. But I think it's also them trying to let you play it how you want to instead of having limitations.
I do hate the limitations.
I like that.
Yeah, I hate not being able to do what I want.
And it's also nice that you can get another nice thing in Sims is that you never get refused. a job.
Huh.
Like it's just like, what career do you want to join? That. You've been hired.
Huh. Do you think that this has an impact on lives? Like, do you think that people's ability to play games and do things so quickly, do you think it affects the way they... Ooh, pipe train. Do you think that affects the way we perceive the world? Like, do you think by playing video games, we want to live life faster? Do you think that's the reason why we have, like, one-day delivery and all that kind of stuff? Do you think it's making...
No, I play video games to escape life.
You
I play video games to escape life.
But what are you escaping?
That's kind of sad.
I know.
No,
Baz is
not
very sad.
like that. Sorry, not like it's sad. Not like I hate my life. I just say that it's just like a break from reality.
It's
That's
just
why I play.
escaping my father. Just getting away from my father. That's really, My nerdy father. Hey, nerdy father is a nice one, Commander Cosmo. Normally, I'm the cringy dad, right?
My mom is the queen of cringe.
Who's the queen of cringe?
My mom.
Mums and dads are always the king and queens of cringe to kids.
I don't know, I think my dad's pretty cool.
Yeah, your dad is pretty cool, to be fair. Actually, you've all got amazingly cool dads, especially Baz. Hey, Pink Ninja, you're playing Sims as well. How do you split it? How do you split it between you and Lorenzo? Do you have separate accounts, or how do you do it?
No, it's like we.
I guess I'll turn his volume down again.
We have like the same save, but we're kind of going on like the same story.
We did play it together.
You do play it together?
Yeah, like at the same time together, yeah.
And you don't fight? I used to fight with my sisters all the time. I can't imagine splitting a video.
I mean, we fight about other stuff, but not really that.
Right.
No.
I won't ask you what you fight about because it'll just cause a fight probably. But
but it's usually that Eleanor has like one character and I have another one, but they're in the same like house or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you can play, so you can actually, you both have like controllers and can control your own stuff going on while you're playing together.
No, it's only
it's
single
only one
controller.
Oh, that's I hate that.
I'm really bad with the controller, so and I can just like do that.
Well, it is supposed to be a single player game, right?
It is a single player game, but it's got a whole network, like a community feel to it as well, right?
Yeah.
And now a TV show, as you pointed out the other day.
Yeah.
I forgot to add that to my update. Actually, I'm going to write that down so I remember. So all right, updates.
Oh, for any Percy Jackson fans, apparently Percy Jackson is getting a Disney Plus series.
Oh,
and
really?
I really hope they don't butcher it like the movie.
I was like obsessed with them. Like literally
I love
obsessed.
Percy Jackson. I have all the entire like Percy Jackson series, and I also have the entire Heroes of Olympus series.
Yeah, same. And the Trials of Apollo series.
Watched and read everything.
Oh, and the Trials of Apollo, I don't actually have those books, but I have read all of them up to now. And have you ever read the Kane Chronicles?
No, because they look kind of bad. I didn't read them.
But it's really good. It's really good.
Which are the ones that you were raving about, Noodles? There was one that you got totally obsessed with.
For TV shows?
No, like books.
Six of Crows.
Is that what it was?
Maybe yes.
That was what's the title again? I gotta put it in the chat so people can know.
Okay. So, it's actually for anyone in the chat. Maybe it's called the entire so it's by this person called Le Bardugo.
Ooh, how do you spell that? What a great name.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's I can't type in chat because I should probably make a Twitch account, but I don't.
Oh, okay, I'll do it then. All right, how do you spell it?
I think it's let me just actually search it up to make. I think it's L. Okay, so it's L.
If you want to, you can put it in the Discord chat, and then I can post it.
Yeah,
from
no,
there.
I don't have a Discord. Oh, Discord, right? Yeah, Discord. I have Discord.
Xenos wants to know what you. Xenos wants to know what we thought of the Gaming Bandits logo that Jack made. Have you guys seen it? I put it on Twitter. It's pretty
no, I don't have
freaking
Twitter.
Amazing. Let me see if I can find it.
So her name is Le Bardugo, and it's spelled Leigh.
just switch back for a sec. Leigh. Yeah.
Then Bardugo
Yep.
is BARDUGO.
Yep. And what's the series called?
Okay, so then it's so basically she writes sort of like a bunch of series in a way.
Oh, really?
So she has a big like world called the Grishaverse.
The Grishaverse?
And there is 3 series in it.
How do you spell Grishaverse?
Grisha.
Got it.
Apparently it's supposed to. I think it's actually Grishaverse.
Oh, is it? Or the Gree Shapers? Or the Grizz Happers?
What?
No, I'm trying to figure out. It's like one of those. It's like when you're trying to speak names on the Discord chat. You can just there's so many different ways of getting them wrong. I can get them wrong every time.
So it's Grisha. I'm pretty sure is pronounced like Grisha. But it is so basically. It's like the Grishaverse, as I'm going to call it, is a collection of basically 3 series.
Right.
And so that's Shadow and Bone series, which is like a 3-book series. Six of Crows, which is my favorite, a duology.
Right.
And then King of Scars, which is also a duology. And if you are interested in reading this series,
yes.
The order is Shadow and Bone, Six of Crows, King of Scars.
Because there's nothing worse than reading them out of order, I gotta say.
You don't have to read them in that order. Like, it'll still make sense, but you know the character. I at least suggest reading. If you're gonna read King of Scars, I definitely suggest reading Shadow and Bone first.
Right.
But if you don't read either of those, you can. Six of Crows is a different cast of characters, so.
All right, let me see if I can get this little image.
But read them all; they're really good. Six of Crows is the best.
There we go. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drag this into Discord, I believe. There we go. That is the new. So the new logo for the Game Bandits is in. Oh man, we haven't been half an hour already, have we? Wow. So the new Game Bandits logo is in the Tech Bandits live non-voice chat, just so if anyone wants to see it.
Okay, let me see if I can.
All right, so now
Cool.
Hello.
That's so cool.
Logo for all. Oh, Cal's already way ahead of me. Hello, Cal. Hey, yeah, is Cal in our chat? I don't see Cal in there.
I think so.
Ooh, she's being very mysterious today. Commander Cosmo, what are you working on there?
I'm just trying to get better at Valorant.
At Valorant. Oh, wow. Now, Baz, well, we should probably keep that for Game Bandit, shouldn't we? We'll talk about that on Wednesday. Let me hop back to the chat, to the notes I sent out today, because there's a few things that'd be kind of fun to talk about. I'd like to find out about myself, actually. I thought you might have some perspectives on it. So
You sounded very British just then.
didn't I?
Yeah.
That was for you. That was purely for you. Okay. So the first thing that I thought was really cool was, have you heard of this pareidolia or whatever it's called? Pareidolia? It's so the reason why we see faces in everything. Like when I look at a plug here, it looks like a face to me. And there are some cars with the headlights that look like faces.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this, but it's the way our brains work, right? Like our brains are designed to recognize faces. So it has like a special section that deals with that. But because it wants to be as fast as possible at recognizing faces, one of the byproducts of that is that we see faces in everything. Which is just kind of neat. So like Face on Mars, as P7 says. So John P7's talking about this thing where there's like an image of Mars, and everyone's like, oh my God, there's aliens there because there's a giant statue of a face. But it's not a statue of a face. It's just a rock formation that our brains can't help but see a face in it. And that, I wondered if maybe...
Oh, what happens if the aliens made that rock formation
to look like a face? I mean, that's absolutely possible. But the point is that even if they didn't make it look like a face, we would think there's a face there. And I was saying to Baz that I'm wondering if maybe, like, I don't think if we didn't see faces and everything, I don't think we'd be able to draw, like, we wouldn't be able to look at anime or comic books or anything because we wouldn't register them as faces, right?
Or people.
Well, no, but people have faces. Like, there actually are faces, right?
How do you register that as a face?
Well, that's okay. So that's interesting. So how do we register as a face without... Well, this is obviously the system that nature's come up with, right? They're like saying, like, how do we recognize faces? And we got to be able to recognize them fast because I don't want to bring the wrong child home from that party, right? Like, I don't want to lose my child by taking the wrong one, or I don't want to, like, I don't want to be unable to recognize faces so that people could just, evil, like, enemy tribes can come in and take, my kids from my cave when I'm, like, a primitive
Why is this
human.
all about kids?
Well, I'm just thinking that, again, from a survival standpoint, right? It's not all about kids. It's also about, like, hey, I don't know you. Are you an enemy? Are you a friend? Like, the reasons, like, what do you think the reasons are for even recognizing faces, right? But it's obviously really important, and so important that our brain has developed a section that just deals with that. But if you so that shortcut that the brains come up with for recognizing faces is what causes us to see faces in everything. And I wondered, maybe, and this is a bit of a jump, do you think that's why people think they see ghosts?
Yeah, okay, that's a very far jump.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Like, if we think we see the figure of a human and everything, or the face of a human and everything, then could that be what so in other words, we're not making up ghosts or anything, because I can't scientifically explain a ghost, so I don't believe in them. But is it possible that we're, because of this, whatever it's called, I can never say this name right. I'm sure I'm going to say it wrong. Periidola? Someone will tell me how to say it.
Okay.
But if you want to know more about it, there's a really great piece in Let's Talk Science, and I got a link in the show notes, where it just walks you through things you can do to make, like, you can actually do an experiment on your eyes that you can see when they start becoming faces and when they don't. It's really neat. And also some creepy photo stuff that you can do that you don't even notice what's happening. So definitely check that out.
My mom saw a ghost once, she said.
Oh, she saw a ghost once?
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, but how clearly did she see the ghost? I'm curious. Like, was it specifically a person?
Yes.
James Gurney says that this stream has officially got too spooky for him.
I'm sorry for being a bit too spooky right now, but...
But did she see a specific person?
I'll ask her. Okay, I'll be right back.
We're more likely to see ghosts and things if we expect to see ghosts and things, says
Yeah.
Kitsune Lane.
If you think...
That's dumb.
What was that, Baz?
I said, so, like, when I used to be afraid of, like, everything,
You mean like
I'd
yesterday?
be able to see everything and everything. So, like, if you think about something,
Yeah.
like...
So, like, when I watch horror movies, and then you wake up in the night because you've had a dream and scare the crap out of me, that's because I've been watching horror movies.
Yeah, basically. If
And
you think about something scary, and then you, like... You'll get... If you think about something scary, and then, like, continue to think about it, you'd be scared. You'd get scared.
Huh.
Like, you'd start seeing it.
And you think that would make you see things that weren't there? Or are you just on, like, high alert? What do you think?
How about, okay, so I'm back, and, my mom said, okay, so she actually, the first ghost, she, she knew it was there, sort of.
Right.
And then the second ghost, she actually saw sitting in a chair.
Ah.
She wasn't she wasn't freaked out because it was like a ghost, I think, of her like grandpa or something, or a great granddad or something.
Huh. But she actually saw like a person from her past in the chair.
I don't know for sure who it was. I forgot to ask her that.
So
yeah, she saw a ghost in the chair.
So my question is, how do you explain that? How does one Like how because like someone once said that they wondered if maybe like if bad things happened or really good things happened or like high emotional content could be sort of like absorbed by the environment around you. But again, no science. Like I find it very hard to like believe in stuff if there's no science behind it.
Okay, well, there's also no science. Is there science to say that they don't exist?
Well, that's harder because it's like anyone can say, well, you can't prove they don't exist, so they must exist, right?
Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you can't prove they don't exist, you also it's the same thing of not believing it because you can't prove they don't. Because if you can't prove it, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, but I guess there's a you can get into like one of those like vicious circles where you just can't win because someone says like,
oh,
sorry, go on. Was that?
Oh, Bertley, hi, Bertley. The discussion so far has
ranged quite a bit.
Really?
I would say.
Has?
Or like, yeah, aliens. A big thing on aliens is that just because we haven't seen them or we haven't gotten proofs that they're not there, that doesn't mean they don't exist.
No, I agree. There's that great Baz. What was that story you were telling us about COVID? Those guys interviewed about COVID. Baz had this story about COVID. These guys who were interviewed, and they said they're like the reporter was out there and he had a mask on, and he said like, "Look, why are you guys not wearing masks?" And he says, "What? I don't see any COVID. Do you know anybody who's got COVID?" And his friend's like, "No, I don't know anybody who's got COVID." He goes, "I don't know anybody's got COVID too. So how do we know it exists?" And so the reporter said, "Have you ever been to Afghanistan?" And I said, "No." "Do you know anybody from Afghanistan?" "No." "Then how do you know it exists?" And they said, "Well, it's on the news all the time. Of course it exists." I thought that was pretty great. That was sorry, Beth.
Yeah.
I totally stole your great story. I apologize.
No, it's fine, Dad. I like you telling it.
No, but like in some case, like I'm not saying I believe in ghosts.
Right.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts. But I think a big thing with ghosts is that for me, it's not that I don't believe in them, but at the same time, it's like I won't necessarily. I haven't seen one or felt one or whatever.
But your mind is open to the concept.
Yeah, it's sort of like I wouldn't like if they are real. I don't think they aren't real, but I haven't seen one, so I can't say they are real. So it's just sort of like I don't know. And in some ways, you could argue that there's more. It's most likely there's more like ghosts are more likely than like aliens.
Right. That ghosts are more likely than aliens? No, I would argue the opposite of that.
Not that they're ghosts that are more likely than aliens, but I mean, some people might say that because, like, not,
Well, because more people have claimed to have seen ghosts, or think they've seen ghosts.
I mean,
Guys, how do you remove things?
Sorry, what?
Stargate's idea of energy.
Baz, if you're going to be gaming and need those...
Gaming! Someone's writing inappropriate things in chat and I can't do anything about it.
It's okay. Cal will get it. Cal's amazing.
I don't know how...
It's okay. I think Cal's got it.
I banned them, but they're still there.
I think, yep, Cal's got it. It's fine. She's got it. She's on it. Thank you very much, Cal. And look, everyone knows we're on the internet. Like, it's just, there's always going to be some trolly zombie jerks out there, right?
Yeah. Well, it sucks. Like for example, when I'm playing Minecraft,
what was that?
Basically, when I was playing Minecraft, we were playing like when I play Minecraft, I play something called like Hill, and the Hive was on.
Hey, Baz, do you want to mute while your keyboard's going?
Oh, do you my keyboard?
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. It's fine. Now you know. Sorry, go ahead there, Doodles.
Basically, wait, my train of thought has gone for a second. Wait. Okay, basically, when I play Just Build, like, there's always, every once in a while, there's always some stupid, inappropriate build, and it just sucks that people do that, but they're there, and you just have to sort of ignore them.
Well, and that's kind of, I think in a way, it's like training for the world, right? There's always going to be people who do stupid or say stupid things or inappropriate, and they just need to, and you need to, in a weird way, it's frustrating that we have to figure out how to deal with them. But the reality is we have to come up with ways of doing that, especially, I mean, the responsibility of being online. I think kids, not you, but I mean, kids, when they first start out on the internet, they don't understand that, right? I mean, there's a really interesting thing recently where I noticed that, that like TikTok will do things like if something bothers you, like if you see something on TikTok that bothers you or that you really like, the algorithm doesn't know the difference. It just knows that you're interacting with it, right? It wants you to put posts and stuff. So it's going to send you more of that stuff. And it's going to send you stuff that's going to get you angry because, social media loves hate, right? Because if you hate each other and you have completely opposing views, you're going to get on there, you're going to be like chatting back and forth, you're going to be on there for hours arguing, right?
Yeah.
That's what they want. And I think as a kid, sometimes if you don't understand that going in, it can be misleading because you think that's the way the world is.
Yeah, and also, Catstone Lane says everyone else being in lockdown right now is so weird to me because they're in New Zealand and we dealt with that stuff for now, and they always and they have to remember the rest of the world is trying to convince everyone not to be headless chickens.
No, it's so true. I mean, New Zealand is in a uniquely good position for this. Well, and strangely, as is China. I mean, China, because of China's incredibly restrictive sort of governmental policies, they can shut it down like that. But with the freedoms that we are afforded in North America, we've also got the freedom to be idiots or headless chickens, as Kitsulane would say.
Yeah.
Rubbing it in.
Sorry, what do you got, Elena? What do you got?
It's Lorenza, but
Lorenza.
yeah. Because when lockdown was like about to start in like the UK,
Yeah.
one of my friends who had family in New Zealand, their like whole family just went to stay there, and they're still there. They've been there for like months now. But
Wow.
it's like opposite for them, so it's kind of good that they left because they can just
They're in
like
safety there.
yeah, they're in safety there.
Huh. I mean, Canada's doing pretty well, but Toronto is still. We have different levels of lockdown, and we're like there's like full lockdown, and there's like level 1, 2, and 3. 3 being less restrictive. We're still in level 2, but again, we're beginning to see spikes, right? So we're beginning to see.
I just want to. Can I ask, Elaine, as she's
Eleanor?
told us to call her?
Eleanor?
No. Someone in the chat.
Oh, I see. Oh, sorry. Right.
So my question is, isn't a kitsune like a mythical Japanese like creature? So like, why did you choose that as your nickname? I'm just very curious.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who squirrels.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. That's good. Like it's like we've got kitsune is like a
Really?
fox.
Yeah, it's like a six-tailed fox or something, I think, right? I'm probably wrong, but the only reason I recognized kitsune because who likes I picked it because I'm a horrible weeb who likes and works in anime.
In anime. Oh, you work in anime too.
Wow.
That's
Listen,
cool. What do you do for in anime?
Being a weeb is never horrible.
It's the first time I've ever heard the term weeb, so I'm with you. So I'm curious to know what Kitsune Lane does in anime. We just saw, I think, was it last week or the week before? I shared a video about someone who worked in anime and what a hard it's like a badly paid but hard working job. Associate producer.
It has 9 tails and it's pronounced kitsune.
Kitsune. There you go. Associate producer for.
Thank you for that correction.
Discotech Media. I love the name. Discotech.
Sort of but the reason I recognize that the name kitsune is totally not.
Is it Naruto?
No, it's in the. There's one in Thea's sister's book.
Oh, is there?
In one of those, like, they have regular books and then they have like the magical adventure ones.
Right.
And the one where they go to like a Japanese-based like fantasy world, there's a kitsune.
And that's where you got it from.
Who's yelling?
Who's yelling?
Yeah, because.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Who's got the yelling? Where is it? I don't hear it. Oh, you know why? Because I turned Wait a sec. That's so weird. I don't get yelling. I've muted Commander Cosmo just while he's yelling. But do you know how to do that? If you right click on somebody, you can adjust their volume and mute and stuff.
Yep.
But Commander, if you're going to be doing gaming stuff in the background, you might want to mute while you do it.
Okay, so Kitsune, or Elaine, as she's asked us to call her, sorry. She says she does trailers, video editing, and menu loops, the part that play in the background when you're in the menu.
Cool.
And lots of like special features and subtitle checks.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's cool.
Cicada moving.
It's
cicada
moving. We have movement. We definitely have movement.
There are some lovely names in the Japanese language. So my daughter's middle name is
Kaida.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. That's how I'd say it.
Kaida. Could someone please, Big G Noise Monkey, could you please tell us how to pronounce it? Because it looks like a very beautiful name, but.
Hey, Offset's. Yeah, you got a fan, Discotheque. Already. Lots of retro classic anime. I'll bet you I've got. You know what? I'll bet you we've probably got some of your discs somewhere. That's very cool. Anime is a big part of this house. We watch. Baz is watching anime all the time. When he's not watching YouTube, he's watching anime or Twitch. Kaida. Yeah. I think
so
Kaida.
It's pronounced Kaida? Am I saying that right? Kaida? I think.
Worked a little bit on City Hunter. I helped make the trailer for Shinjuku Private Eyes, the modern movie. Oh, very cool. No! Guinness. All right. I may have to server mute. Is that possible?
I'm confused now.
Sorry, the server mute is just because Commander Cosmo's playing games in the background and is getting rather rambunctious in it. Do we want to? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it means little dragon. Oh, that's such a sweet name.
Little dragon.
I'm pretty sure. So my.
Kaida's the name of the character in Debug. I wrote Kaida was like a name that I looked up and loved for the movie. Don't watch the movie. It's not worth it.
Yeah, my teacher, her kids were named Sakura and Hime, which I think are both Japanese names. I don't know what Hime means, but I know Sakura means cherry blossom. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me.
My friend's kid's named Amato or Amato. And it's a name that works both in Italian and in Japanese. So it's the same in both. So they thought that was a good way of going. Hello, Daddy Dominant. Right back at you, brother. What do we got? Let me move on to another thing here. This is this algae thing, which I'm kind of like. I've got to admit, I kind of went down the rabbit hole a little bit. This algae stuff could possibly save us and the planet, but would you eat it? What do you think?
What does it taste like?
Well,
exactly. I was about to say.
I think there may be algae in Soylent, this great drink that I used to get, which is a meal replacement. But I think it could taste like whatever you want it to taste like. I think it's one of those things that just depends on how you prepare it. But it's just packed with. It's always been like it's something that we've always hated in the world because we're like, oh my gosh, the lake's all green with algae, or the beach is all there's a bloom, and you get that horrible red sort of algae blooms and stuff. And some of these are really bad for us. Some of them are incredibly good for us. And there's a bunch of people who've come up with these kind of cool ways. There's a couple things that came up that I thought were really neat. One is I just thought that this guy had one that he's built. It's like an art exhibit that he puts on his wall. And the algae grows and blooms, and then you pull out these blocks, and then you can use the algae for food, and then you put it back in again, and you should start it back up again. It's just an algae farm basically, but it's also like a kind of a cool art exhibit as well, like a living art exhibit. And then the thing that really blew me away when I started looking for it was I was like, wait a second, there's people making flip-flops out of algae, and I was like, why the heck would you make flip-flops out of algae? I didn't know this. Did you know that flip-flops were a serious pollution issue?
Yeah, because we'll just buy so much of them.
Yeah, they're disposable, basically. They're easy, they're cheap footwear. They're worn almost exclusively in countries with massive populations. And they they end up in beaches, they end up in seas and oceans and rivers, and they're a total pain in the ass when it comes to environmental stuff because they don't break down because they're just made out of plastic, right? Like cheap plastic footwear. So this company, when they were looking for things to make with this algae that they were creating, they got like a license. They were allowed by the government to try this this genetically engineered algae. They grow it in these big vats. It'll grow anywhere. It grows as easily in the Arctic, in the Arctic temperatures as it does in the hottest parts of the desert. It doesn't matter as long as it just needs moisture, I think, and sunlight, and this stuff will just take off. Well, so there's like TED Talks about how we should stop eating cows and start eating algae. There's like there's these algae flip-flops. There's also I didn't look that much into it, but they also make surfboards out of this stuff as well, right? So they can make a surfboard out of algae. And of course, what happens? You leave them outside for a while, they break down. So you don't have to worry about the pollution aspect, which I thought was really neat. The other one that I didn't know was a big polluter. Did you know that ink, like ink in inkjets and in laser printers and all that kind of stuff, it's a petroleum it's made out of oil. We have to dig that crap out of the earth. And then in order to get the colors for it, we have to dig other things out of the earth. So it's incredibly taxing on the planet. Whereas, guess what? Algae comes in all sorts of different colors, and you can make the same kind of ink out of it. In fact, they made a greetings card. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. They made a greetings card that when you buy it, it has one owl on the front. And then a day later, it grows another owl. And then the saying grows below it. And it's the algae growing, blooming, and it's being placed in the right place so that it actually forms letters and stuff. It's a living ink, which I just thought was so cool. Did any of you have any idea that ink was that ink or flip-flops were that? Like, there's so many things I never would have thought of were actually endangering the environment, if that makes sense.
Also, I think like paint is also bad for the environment or something.
Oh, paint. Yeah. Well, paint used to be lead-based paint.
Yeah, paint's horrible.
But paint has become better recently, right? I mean, they're like working on trying to fix that. But it's still like, how do you make something that's durable? Could you imagine? Oh my gosh. Could you imagine walking into a room, spraying it with algae, leaving again, coming back, and it's painted itself?
That'd be cool.
That would be amazing. Algae oil is basically ready to put into a diesel engine. Oh yeah, and it's also, that's right, I forgot about the fuel part of it. Right, sorry James, I did forget about that. But my bioreactors would only produce oil that would cost about $4 a liter, so we have a little way to go before it's economical. I would love to make my own fuel. I wanted to do it when I was out in Point Roberts, out in the middle of nowhere. We had a biodiesel car that smelled like French fries when you drove it. And because it literally just used the grease and fat from like McDonald's and stuff as a fuel. It's amazing stuff. But I'd forgotten that James, of course, when James first started out, one of his summer projects was working on trying to come up with ways of like creating new forms of biodiesel. Yeah. It was a family company. Yeah. Are they still going, James? Is it a biodiesel company that's still going? But biodiesel is still expensive is the problem. It's still more expensive to make than oil, which means that no one wants to use it. But I remember the end of the first Back to the Future, turning garbage into fuel. That's it. That's exactly it. So true. Is there anything else that you can think of that we use that we might not consider as complete, like as really bad for the environment? I'm trying to think what else we get that might be bad. Well, what's interesting is if we go purely digital with video games and stuff like that, we won't need to have CDs.
Yeah.
So and packaging and all that stuff, that could be better. Mm-hmm. So the financial crash in 2008 killed the company. Oh, that's too bad. That sucks. How cool would it be to grow algae, take it out, and the oil that it produces, it's a different type of oil. It doesn't all clump together the way that regular oils, like an animal fats and petroleum and stuff, they tends to sort of glob together. Whereas I think this algae oil can be sort of dispersed into smaller particles in the water. But the idea behind it is that you can then take this oil and basically burn it like fuel in a car. And so I'd be curious to know what is it when it burns? What does it result in? Ours, I think, was just water and I can't remember if it was water and I can't remember what the vapor was. I'm sure James will tell me. But how cool would it be to be driving around a car that you've grown the fuel for? You'd never run out. All right. What else have I got here? I've got that. I got a squirrel. I had to put a squirrel in for no other reason than I just really needed to. Oh, and then I found this amazing series. I found like the best series. Why is everyone... Oh, weird. I've somehow managed to mute everybody. That's interesting. Hang on. Oh, I think when I muted Cosmo, I may have muted everybody. Hang on.
Oh my god. Wait, have we been muted this entire time?
Yeah, I think so. Hang on.
Can you not? No, Dad, it's just because we all muted ourselves.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, no one's server muted except for CDM Cosmo.
Oh, okay. Who I will unmute now, but I just want to make sure that he's not...
Screaming.
Hey, Cosmo, how are you, buddy?
Good.
All right,
My sister went vegan, by the way.
Oh, your sister's gone vegan?
Yeah, now I might go vegan too.
What is
There's
so?
a video I wanted to
Bad
show
idea.
about how they treat cows.
What did you watch? Was it Food
Vegetarian.
Incorporated? You think vegetarian's better than vegan, Jack?
I don't know. I just think like hard to get protein is vegan because like there's ways to do it. It's just not as easy.
Mm.
Yeah, because when we were learning about like being like I think this also counts vegetarian, but also vegan.
Hmm.
People were saying that if they don't have meat, they eat what's it called?
Nuts?
Is it tofu?
Oh, tofu.
I think.
We quite like tofu as long as it's fried.
Yeah, and everyone thinks that's really good, but it's actually basically just as bad for the environment as like cows and stuff, because the way they like produce it or something. I don't know.
Really?
We were doing this in like ethics class.
But does
Okay,
the tofu bad?
How can tofu
but
be
like
bad for it?
the way it like is like produced, it gives us the same like gases into the environment. I don't know, as like meat would. I don't know, but this did make sense when I first learned it, but I can't even remember what it was.
So they're saying that the amount of energy and like space required to grow and create the tofu is comparable to
What about nuts?
mega scale farms. Yeah, nuts are good for you as well. Nuts for protein.
I had
Cal,
I actually
are you
have a
vegan,
friend-
Cal? No, Cal eats meat. So Damo says they grew up on a farm, family
Yeah.
farm.
like, not all farms treat their animals bad, and I think as long as you stay local and figure out where everything's coming from, and like you said, stick away from big mega producing farms, then it's good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think meat will become like a treat, if that makes sense. Like it's not something that we have sort of become accustomed to having it all the time because it was cheap, easy to get a hold of, but the results of that are obviously been quite considerable on the environment and stuff. You know?
Yep.
Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yeah.
We
Can you guys hear my keyboard?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Mr. Clicky Von.
I don't know how to. Okay, I'm just gonna automatically determine. I don't know how to fix that.
I know how to fix it. We get a keyboard that doesn't make all that noise.
David, you have the same problem. You agreed.
On mine. Oh yeah. Yeah. But I'm also not gaming while I'm doing it, so it's a little less clicky. Yeah, with the slaughtering aspect of it is something else that I find just like I know I've been so desensitized to that, not desensitized or sensitized to that because we don't, we never see the animals. When we were in England, like Ellen and Lorenzo know this. When we go to England, we've got at Greenfields, there's like we're surrounded by cattle, and we just don't eat. We almost never eat beef anymore, do we, Baz? Because of those cows. We were just so taken with those cows that we're just
I just love them.
But I also want a pig. I didn't want a dog. I wanted a pig, but my family got a dog instead. Maybe I could shave her and make her look like a pig.
No, don't.
Oh, that's
Same.
you meanie.
I wanted
Yeah.
I wanted a smart pig.
That would be animal cruelty.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, lab-grown meat. That is something that Baz is very excited about, the whole lab-grown meat idea, Mr. Clean Tracy. You know what's weird is I still get commercials even though I subbed. Oh, I'm sorry, Noxalon. I don't know why that would be. I'm waiting for a Welsh joke about sheep. You know what's funny is we're supposed to be in Wales now. We usually go to the UK to visit Ellen Lorenza. Strictly, just Ellen Lorenza. That's all we're there for. And then we go to Wales to see Jane's family, and it's so weird not being around for that this year. Let me see.
Yeah, it's sad.
Isn't it weird? Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Although you guys talk all the time online now, don't you? Aren't you like gaming together quite a bit?
Yeah.
Although the time zone makes it difficult, doesn't it?
Mm.
Are you going anywhere? Have you you've been to? I know you went to the Tower of London the other day. Are you doing any sort of like trips while you're there? While you're on holidays? All right.
Well,
I'll do the server mute again. sorry, Eli.
well, tomorrow we're going to our grandparents.
Oh, cool. Now, do you have to worry about? Are you not allowed to breathe on them or anything, or are you basically okay now?
We started to be like
here
careful
for,
about
like-
all of that.
You don't.
But
care
we've
about
been
your...
here at
No,
my dad's for a week.
I said we have to be careful about that. Not
I
we
thought
don't,
you said...
not we don't care.
I was
Because
like, wow, that is cold.
no,
Yeah, we don't care.
we have to be careful.
All
not
right,
don't
very
care.
good.
Care about
I
our
was like, guys, we're streaming this, right? Like, that's like a murder
Yeah,
attempt.
yeah, that'd be pretty horrid.
Yeah. Grandparents, screw 'em.
about our grandparents.
Okay, so you have to be careful. So what do you do? Are you wearing masks and stuff? Or are you just sort of just not trying not to like lick each other's faces or anything?
Yeah, and we've been like isolating here for about a week now.
So you're pretty safe.
So, and if we had got it before, like they say the symptoms take like a week to show up, so
Right.
like a week max. So I think it's fine.
We have a 2-week. So Jane's doing a movie and they have to bring actors in. And I just got the schedule for this Guillermo movie that I was doing before the COVID. They shut down. They've now started it back up again to shoot in September. But they have to do these like 2-week quarantines with the actors. So the actors come in, they do 2 weeks of quarantine, and then they're allowed to join the production. But for some reason that doesn't apply to me because I'm in Toronto. So
What?
You can also have COVID without symptoms. That's true, Cal. That is true. Yeah. Thank you, Kitsilane. Keeping in mind that it is TechBandits, so maybe we could just go with effing masks as opposed to just...
Don't worry, my mom swears all the time.
Okay, good, very good. I thought that was the case. Baz has taught me some amazing swear words, and then and then Ellen has taught me a few other ones as well, apparently. So, interesting. So you'll go see your grandparents. What are do you keep track of the numbers? Like I find I have this weird kind of, I call it doom scrolling, where I like to look up and see, it's the weirdest thing to look up how many people died yesterday because of this. Isn't that weird? It's just such a weird thing.
Yeah, today, if there's anywhere where swearing is appropriate, is to emphasize massacre.
Yeah, no, I agree. My friends are shooting Jurassic World at the moment. The rules are very strict over at Pinewood on location. I'm sure, Big G Noise Monkey. So this is the same thing. This is a Disney production, I believe, that Guillermo del Toro's doing. And so they have a really crazy... Like, unfortunately, though, the only people who can afford to do this truly well are the big budget productions with deep pockets. So, Jane, one of Jane's actors is on Picard, and of course you've got an 80-year-old leading man. Like, what do you do with that? That's got to be tough to figure out how to shoot. So, I don't think they're starting again until later. So I don't know what their deal is. Right. Okay. What else have we got?
Wow, this is crazy. Like, there's the next Jurassic World Jurassic Park thing to come out is Jurassic World. Is Jurassic World and Jurassic Park different?
Well, that's Jurassic Park went from...
One's good, the other one's expensive.
I'm trying to think. I think the only one I really, really loved was the first one. I'm pretty sure. Everybody separates.
Anyways, it's Jurassic World 6. So
Oh, that's interesting.
Jurassic Park 7.
Damo is saying that they film everyone separately and then CGI them together in the same scenes. Oh my god, I can't even imagine the drag of trying to make the logistics of that happen. And again,
Yeah, I
big
wouldn't
productions.
try.
What was that?
I wouldn't even try to do that.
Really? So you say just stop making movies? Why don't we just make anime? There you go.
No, but like I wouldn't want to just go through all the pain when you could just like quarantine just to get that done because animating them just close together.
I don't know why there's a weird silence now.
Oh, you're not hearing. You're not hearing it?
No. Oh, who's?
I can hear. Someone you've probably muted Cosmo, Commander Cosmo.
Okay.
That's what it is. Yeah, so he's just saying he's just not sure it's worth it. Why not just do the quarantine and get it sorted out? I guess so. The problem is that you just as soon as you, I mean, it's like the same thing with the test. If you get the test, even just leaving the place where you got the test, you could pick up COVID. And then the test is no use to you, right? So it's that weird. It's like the nature of viruses. But again, this is what humans do: is we survive viral outbreaks. That's what we're designed to deal with these things. Not all of us. Some of us won't. Some of us aren't good at that. Some of us are weakened and that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying we should just ignore them, but the reality is these things happen like weather. They're like, they are things that we have to learn how to figure out. And it is frustrating though that the very thing that has guaranteed us the freedoms that we have in North America and in other parts of the world are what's sort of like working against us right now, because it just takes a couple of not very smart people to make bad decisions on those things, right? So,
Okay. So, I have a point.
All right, go for it. What do you got?
What if, with sports and movie production and all this stuff, what if you just like stop production for a while this is going on?
We have.
I know it's a crazy idea.
Well, that's sort of where I'm at. I keep saying that. I was like, why don't we just wait until we've got this sorted out? What's the point of how do you? But here's the answer that I get. And I think this is an interesting one. There's also problems that happen if you don't have any money, right? If people stop earning money, they don't have money for food.
Enough.
They don't have money for rent. So people have to go back to work. So there has to be that
time
balance.
I'm pretty sure even the non-popular hockey players are making enough money to survive for a while at least.
But
Not
there's
like
all
the
that,
play ones, not the semi-pro.
and all the people surrounding that. What about the people selling the popcorn? What about the people who work at the stadium? Those are like not particularly great paying jobs, but they're enough to get by.
Excuse me, but let me guess something. That job isn't gonna be a job even with the live games because they're not gonna have fans.
Well, yes. I mean, you're right, and I think a lot of it comes down to economics, and that always worries me. I keep coming back to this great thing by Douglas Adams, who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and he says we're a strange little planet where we're obsessed with moving bits of green paper around. And of course, this is pre-digital. This was when we used cash, and it's the idea that we've attributed value to money. And so we're all constantly struggling to figure out how we can make more money and live better and have more things. And we've got a culture that works on that. I almost wonder, I feel like we've spent so much money trying to fix this pandemic stuff. What if we just looked after people originally? You know what I mean? Like if we just made sure that people had enough to eat and had enough shelter and the things that they needed to survive in this world. Would that not have been a better approach to this? Then people could just stay home because they go like, oh, it's fine. I'll stay home. I know I'm not, it's not like I'm going to starve. I just think it could be an interesting, again, I'm not saying that's the way to do it, but it made me wonder about that because I too feel like I don't want to go back to work and risk my life for a movie. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. But at the same time, I also know that, the world, there are certain risks. Like the very nature of getting in a car and driving to work every day is a risk. If you look at the statistics on driving, they're horrific. We suck at driving, and robots should be doing it for us because we have accidents all the time. We have idiots who get angry and cut people off or bump into people or do stupid things like drinking coffee and put on their makeup while they're driving or driving and smoking and changing the radio or whatever. People do dumb things in cars and cause accidents and people die, and those statistics are probably, in many cases, worse than COVID. but it's a risk we're willing to take because we're used to it, and it's required for us to get to work, right? Is it right? I don't know. I would say no. I don't think we should be. I think we should be focusing on what's killing people and figuring out how to stop it. Don't you?
Yeah. It's just so complicated, though.
It is. It really is complicated. I mean, that's it. There is. I don't think. And the other thing is, I don't think there's any one solution, right? And again, I think what the good thing here is, I think this is going to wake us up to those things. I know for me, like, look at Black Lives Matter. Like, the whole idea that there's been these amazing protests and realization by a white population that, that people of color are still not being treated fairly, or, well, certainly the people are basically they're being targeted. The fact is that because we were all home on the internet, we could focus on this stuff in a way that we wouldn't have been able to. I think we would have been too distracted in normal life to have seen that stuff before and really.
Oh, trust me. Trust me.
What, you think we would have?
That issue would not, like, if the George Floyd thing had still been filmed, trust me, maybe there wouldn't have been as many people in the marching, but at the same time, I do not think that would have gone unnoticed.
Well, here's the funny thing, though. Like, so 30 years ago, I watched footage of a bunch of policemen tasering a black man that they'd pulled over in LA multiple times.
Keyword 30 years ago.
Rodney King, right? And the reality is everyone was shocked. We were shocked. We were offended. We were outraged. There were riots. And then 30 years later, we see the same thing happening. So I think I'm hoping that because there's more of a focus on it now, I think this is the first time maybe that you have seen this happen. But what I'm realizing,
30.
What was that?
Correct. I am not 30.
Exactly. Not quite 30 yet. But I mean, I think it's shameful from my perspective. I go like, wait a second, how on earth can I how did that fade into the background for me? I think probably because it could, right? Because I'm not facing these things every day myself. Right?
David?
Yes.
I have to go now, sorry.
No, not at all. I'm amazed you stayed so long. Thank you so much.
Slay Overwatch.
Well, I mean, since it's the holidays, you have like more time now.
Oh,
so.
All right. So you're not quite. You don't have quite such strict Overwatch requirements.
Yeah.
Hey, Eli, dude, why don't you just mute while you're playing, buddy?
Okay.
Thanks, bud. Well, we love having you, so thank you very much. What are you off to now?
Thank you for stopping by.
Are you going outside in the real? Are you going to the real world?
Bye, London person.
Well,
Real world.
one of my dad's friends is outside. I can like see him through the window.
Right.
And yeah, and also I'm probably gonna play some Fortnite at some point today.
Aha!
Yeah, Warzone.
Now, is everyone back on Fortnite now? Everyone seems to be like totally into Fortnite again.
No.
Like I
I'm
said,
playing
Lord
Warzone.
Chunky's like, no.
No.
Well,
like
good
I
luck.
said.
Bye, thank you.
All right, have fun, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Minecraft is my one and only true love.
Who's your one and only true love?
Minecraft.
Oh, and again, that's fine. That's good. Like look,
I agree with that.
the great thing about having one game to focus on is you could be really good. You're a master of that one specific game, right? I mean,
Oh, you'd think I would be, right? You'd think.
I find I bounce all over the place, and so I suck at everything. But at least I know about it, I suppose. I suppose that's the goal.
At least
I
you've been
bet,
sucking
like,
in.
I'm okay at PvP, but I think it's easier on a computer, and I play on an iPad. So.
Oh yeah, it's really hard on iPad.
Yeah, but I don't really have a computer to download it on. I would love Java Edition, but like.
Well, here's a question for you. So you don't have a PC. You're not running it on a PC.
Okay, well, right now I'm using my mom's laptop, for example.
Right. Which is a PC or a Mac or?
It's a laptop, and it is. Let me just check the logo. It is a ThinkPad.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
So it's
those
a
are really
PC.
nice.
Yeah, ThinkPads are nice.
Yeah, it is. But the problem is, key point there. It's my mom's computer. It's not mine, and
Yeah.
she probably wants it, and she doesn't like us playing games on it. And then the computer we use that is an older computer, and I don't think it would handle Minecraft.
Yeah,
very
some of
well.
the older
Wait,
ones struggle.
what is that old
can't-
computer?
It's an. I think it's an Acer.
Is it a laptop or a desktop?
Well, like it needs to be, like it can be moved around. So I guess.
I mean, I have a fairly
I
old
don't know
laptop and
about
it runs
computer.
pretty well.
Is it like a box? You know?
Oh, it doesn't have a box now.
Okay, so it's a laptop.
Yeah, but it's a very clunky laptop. You know how laptops are usually very thin?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like 2 times that thick, or
What-
maybe even 3 times.
So
I
it's
don't
a
know.
gaming laptop, but without the gamingness of it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which
just-
is also
it
another
has
word for
trouble-
old laptop.
It's having trouble running Sims sometimes, so I don't think Minecraft it will handle too well.
You know, find out what the make is and the model, and
Yeah.
I'll bet you Jack can figure out how to speed it up for you if you want to.
No, if
Mhm.
it's a desktop, if it's a laptop, you can't do anything to upgrade it.
Well, you could throw in the extra memory, can't you? Or like
That
a
wouldn't do anything.
SSD drive.
Still wouldn't do anything.
Really?
That
Jack
doesn't
is
help with it being able to game.
Jack is not a big fan of upgrading. He really wants me to get a whole new PC, I think is the idea.
Well, what could you upgrade? What would you have to upgrade?
Well, I mean, it's
You could upgrade Baz's computer, but I don't think he'd be very happy with that if you took his computer.
yeah, that's right. Believe me, there have been some days. There have been some days that he's now got the Xbox set up there as well. So yesterday I come in, I was like, oh, he's so good, he's gone to bed. Well, yeah, he's gone to bed with his headphones attached to the Xbox, watching YouTube on the Xbox. So,
Oh, it's a full-time job. Says it's a tabletop, not a laptop. Yeah, that's
it
pretty
is
accurate.
a tabletop. Yeah, absolutely. Tabletop's a good term for it.
You could definitely hold it in your lap, but like.
But if
It
it's
also
able to
looks
run
very-
The Sims, it should be able to run like Minecraft runs on a Raspberry Pi. Probably not well.
But-
Yeah, but I don't know.
But it's not that it wouldn't run. It's just that the frames per second and the general lag would probably be very high.
Like it's. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have
Especially
slow.
Java edition, it's not very well optimized. So you gotta have like
Yeah, no kidding.
you
yeah.
gotta have like for some reason I don't know. You gotta have a. I have a great computer, and like still it doesn't even give me that. It doesn't even max out the frame rate. Like I have 80 FPS right now, and I have a 1660 Ti. So like that's kind of.
So what would
Right, totally know what that means.
are you find? Oh, that's frames per second, right, Jack?
Yeah, I'm only getting like
Yeah.
80.
So
Yeah.
basically, the more frames you get per second, the more smooth and clean and
I
Yeah,
know what
better your
I know what
gameplay.
FPS is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what TIQ whatever.
Oh,
One
it's-
for 144 hertz monitor, you'd be fine with just 60, but
so.
Yeah, still don't get it, but okay.
Well,
got it.
Jack can explain that. So it's
144 hertz monitor. That's kind of a big difference, Jack.
what was that?
okay.
Java Edition is super unoptimized.
Uh,
If you try to run modded. Yeah, like Minecraft, since it's like especially with mods,
But even I'm
it's
also
just such a
running
big
multiple-
game that you really need in order to run a lot of mods on it, for example, you really need a very good like computer or PC.
it can
I mean, I'm
definitely-
using
yeah.
Optifine, which is a different launcher, which optimizes it a bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But even then, it doesn't make the hugest difference.
So what is it
'cause,
you're
like-
trying to fix, Jack? What is it that's bothering you? Just the,
Just bad optimization. Like, it just doesn't run as smoothly, and certain things like if you put high render distances, it kind of just stutters a lot. But that's not a
When you
problem
go
on
to
the Bedrock
when you go to the
edition.
eye doctor and it said and you say you can't see far enough, and then they just said, have you ever tried increasing your render distance?
That's if you've got a gaming eye doctor, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't really for some reason my render distance thing and
Well, you
Oh,
think
and on the iPad, I think it's locked. So
it's like
Yeah, I
locked,
think
it
it's-
won't
yeah.
work.
yeah.
Well, no, you can set the render chunks on when you create the world to like 4 to 6.
on
4
the,
to
Yeah.
6. What kind of computer do you have? I can
No,
set
it's
mine
on
from
no,
12
that's
to
on
16.
that's on Bedrock.
Huh.
on better.
On the
Well, no. It
iPad.
depends on what you're
Yeah.
playing on,
Oh.
but
Hi, Miss Linz.
Oh, Miss Linz, thank you very much for joining us. Tossing up between getting back into Minecraft or back into Space Engineers. I feel like I really want to try Space Engineers, I've got to say. But
You know,
there's a lot to do in Minecraft still.
I know.
if
You
you
get
know
into
how
like
to
the
do in
technical
Minecraft,
side of building farms and stuff like that.
Yeah,
if you know
Jack's.
how to do in Minecraft, I suggest setting like a few goals, and then that will really help. Because sometimes you don't set a goal that's harder. Like I know the main goal is sort of like beating the
You
Ender
don't
dragon.
use keep inventory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Like save
I
inventory?
want to do that all the time, but my friends are always like, "But it's easier," and I'm like, "Exactly, it's easier. I want to try playing
Yeah.
Minecraft without."
No, I remember I had not a hardcore world. Well, I had a world where I beat it. I had an elytra and full diamond stuff. This was before the Nether update. Because
Yeah.
if I had Netherite, it wouldn't have burned. And I was trying to Ender Pearl to get another like just in the end city, and I fell into the void.
Never
Oof.
Ender Pearl if you
Wessex, you
really
Ender Pearl
Yeah,
into the.
never
No, it's
Ender
your
Pearl.
questioning whether you can make it.
Build.
Just it's way better just to build, rather
Yeah.
than
No, but I
using-
had an elytra
That's
already.
what me and my friends did. I know, but
Oh,
if
you
you
had an
want,
elytra already. Then why did
even
you-
more of a reason just to build.
Experiences with
Why?
elytras and getting to certain destinations.
I
I
see.
have like the
You
bug
just
where if
fly
I fly,
there.
it just kills me instantly.
Huh.
Okay, listen. The most annoying thing in Pocket Edition, I think, is the elytra mechanics. The fact that you cannot take off from the ground with rockets.
Huh.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
I find it very difficult when the different versions operate differently or have different restrictions because I invariably need whatever it is that was on the other one. And Jack is back, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Jasper, the creator of Icons Galore, logos spectacular. I put it in the chat, the Game Bandits one. I love it. It's like a full-on Game Boy version of the Tech Bandits logo, but done specifically for gamers. So I'm going to get it on a T-shirt so everyone can be cool gamers. And we're going to make
Cool
sure
gamer moment. Woo!
Gamer Mo.
Well, also with Minecraft is if you're really also bored of just vanilla Minecraft, I suggest downloading mods if your computer can handle it. Trying to beat the game with like trying to beat Crazy Craft.
The
Yeah,
mods.
I've tried to play Crazy Craft on my computer. My computer fan does my computer fan does heat up a bit and then it just cools down.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want, right?
Yeah.
It's
And
running
then-
a lot of stuff.
Another thing
because
to
it
do,
has hundreds of mods in Crazy Craft.
How many mods is it? There was
Multiplayer.
one that was 100 and something mods. Is that the crazy mods?
No,
Yeah,
Crazy
so-
Craft is around 100, 150.
ICS Press,
And the biggest one is
email me.
Spawn.
Let me see this. Gmail.com, there you go. For Tech Bandit access for kids. Halo on the Xbox. We used to play Halo a lot, Cook. Has anyone else played Halo? Jack, you must have played Halo.
I play Halo with my dad
no.
a lot.
Yeah, for some reason it's like a father and son game.
Yeah, it really is.
I want to say quickly that another thing to do on Minecraft is multiplayer or playing on servers.
Oh
'cause there's a
yeah,
lot of fun.
Hypixel. Oh my god, I love Hypixel. If you're
That's
not,
what I'm doing right now.
how did I know?
Because you know me better than a lot of people.
Too well. I know you too well.
Okay, so I don't actually have Hypixel because I have.
Oh, Hypixel's just a
it's not on-
server.
Pardon?
Oh, but wait, how are you playing it? You're playing it
No,
on.
it's not on Bedrock. It's not on Bedrock.
Better.
Right.
I have Hive.
I really
have,
want to get everybody together on the same platform so we could all play Minecraft together. How cool would it be to do Tech Bandits in Minecraft? We could even
Yeah,
have
I
like a
tried that,
clubhouse.
but no one
We tried that, but no one ever played. And I always asked people on Discord, "Do you want to play?" And they're like, "Nah, I'm good."
Because they've all got different versions of
Yeah.
Minecraft, and I
No,
was saying
not
do
different
it.
versions.
We could
Sometimes it's,
literally do this while we're our meeting could be in Minecraft instead of.
Yeah.
Listen,
Do you think that'd be cool?
listen.
Yeah.
If I get I got Java, I would totally do that. Or if all of you want to come on to Bedrock and play with me.
I think.
I'm used to playing with my friends though. That's a big.
Yeah, you almost need both. I'm thinking about getting the other one as well. That's how crazy I am.
I don't know.
You can
We have
get
to
Bedrock on
check
PC.
who has more. Like, what version has more people?
Right. Right.
Definitely Java.
I wish that
Yeah,
Windows or Microsoft would let us have Minecraft Education Edition, because then we could set up an education thing, and then we'd all be on the same server.
I have Minecraft Education. Wait, you can deal damage with fishing rods?
Oh yeah.
Well, no, I'm playing Skyblock, and I didn't know you can do 10 damage with grappling.
Yeah. No, the fishing rods. People using fishing rods all the time, and they pull you towards them too, right?
And no, they actually got rid of the fact that it pulls you towards.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I'm so old school.
It's only good for combos.
I do, James. I do
Yeah,
remember.
it pushes you away, so then you're able to get a combo before they hit you.
Ah, okay. I knew it was something. I remember being bounced by it in some way, shape, or form. Yes, James Gurdy and I tried to do an interview in Minecraft, and that was quickly. We quickly changed that to just a regular one because we were both way too squirrel for that, specifically me. But there was too much going on. We just kept getting killed while we were talking. So we'd be like, and that's how I got into microbiology. I'm being killed by. Yeah, it was not.
Eli, could you send me your Minecraft username on the Discord so I can friend you?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Minecraft Java is the best, most updated version, says Sally Sal. I would agree. I love it. I just.
Wait, can I just? Oh wait. I don't know how to spell it. Okay, wait. Give me a second. I have to just type it into my thing and then do it.
And you may not want to share it on in voice, just so you know.
Say it out loud.
Yeah, don't say it out loud. Not that, I mean, I'm sure everyone's fine, but it's just on the off chance. You never know. In case that zombie guy comes back or something. Now, was there anything else? Did we get through our whole email? I think we did. The only other one was just this. I just thought it was really cool that someone's job was as a
I don't
robotics.
have permission to send messages on this channel.
Robotics engineer.
Here, just send it to me. I think you have me friended on Discord, so just send it to my.
Message.
Yeah, the last thing was just this robotics engineer. I just thought it was kind of cool to see
I don't
what
know how to spell diamonds, but I think I did it right.
did in there with their
Yeah,
day.
I'll type it in.
Diamond.
Oops! By accident I stopped the chat. Damn it! So that means I'm behind.
So I'm just saying I've just seen that there's 2 new videos on YouTube I'm gonna want to watch later.
Oh really? What of? What are you watching?
Let Me Explain Studios Rebecca Parham, an animator, and she hasn't posted for a while. And I love her videos. And also Brienne, I think, has posted a new video if I'm right.
Who has?
Have you guys heard of how the Glee actor died?
Which one? The one that?
Yeah, the Glee actor. She died trying to save her son.
What?
Yeah. So what they were doing? They were swimming, and then he got exhausted and nearly drowned. And then his mom, the Glee actor, used the last of her energy to get him onto the boat, and then the current took her away and she drowned.
What? How could she get? Really? She got him onto the boat but couldn't hang on herself?
It sounds like some insane hero story. Are you sure that's true?
Yeah.
Either way, it's really sad.
Thing. Yeah.
This is funny.
Okay.
It's funny though. Like, I'm not funny, obviously. I was very sad to hear about that. But it was the.
Yeah.
But I think what's really interesting now about the internet is you just don't know. Like, you just don't know what's true anymore. Like, you just don't know. Because let me guarantee you, there'll probably be conspiracy theories about that as well, right?
No, I searched it up, but yeah, and it apparently.
I gotta say, I love Snopes for that. Like, I love Snopes.com. They're really good at following up on stuff and trying to figure out whether stuff's real or not. So much so that I fund them.
This is sort of funny how they describe it. So it's like, Glee star died of accidental drowning, California officials say. Actress Naya Rivera died of accidental drowning, officials in California have said after a post-mortem examination. And then the cause of death is drowning and the manner of death is accident.
Well, that's otherwise. Well, no, because if it's not accidental, then there's going to be a huge investigation, right? Because they think someone might have got.
I know, but I love how they just they say it like, it's like no, and it's like this person died after accidentally drowning, they say. And then they add a few more words.
It was
and
an
say
accident.
he died of accidental drowning again.
It's like the
And then she
Department of
said-
Redundancy Department.
Yeah, and then they go like, it just.
It's funny, Cal's saying this got morbid really fast. The funny thing is, though, that I remember even as a kid, like, this stuff was interesting to me because there was it's like many of us are lucky enough to not be dealing with this stuff on a regular basis, right? It's, I mean, I am a huge proponent of water safety because I had a friend when I was Baz's age who drowned, like literally in front of us.
Oh, that's not pretty.
And even as a kid, I realized then just how dangerous water was. And you just don't think of it as dangerous, right? You just don't, these are things you just don't consider, right? So it really is, I'm like a big stickler for, like, people laugh at me because I put life jackets on myself and I sort of demand that everyone in the boat does if I can, because I've seen it happen, and I've seen how quick it can happen, and I've seen the incredible impact of losing someone. Like it's and I think one of the things that happens as you get older is that when you're younger, there's a, like, death doesn't have the same kind of weight to it as it does when you're older. But I think it's really important in a way to realize that it does, that there's more to it than just a news article or just like, I mean, if you think you start seeing the consequences of what happens when people die.
Whenever I'm sailing, I always wear a life jacket.
Yeah, it's just really smart because you just never know. We're not designed to breathe underwater, right? So it's very very smart. I was also saved from drowning as a kid as well. I jumped into a goldfish pond when I was about 1.
I
You
forgot to
jumped a
press
goldfish?
jump.
What was that?
Nothing. Me and Jack were playing, and I forgot to press jump, and I pressed, and I fell off the map.
That sounds like my kind of playing. That's my kind
The
of playing.
most annoying thing in Minecraft, in Bedrock or Pocket Edition, is the diagonal button. I don't know why it exists, and seriously,
Go diagonal.
whenever you press, so basically in Pocket Edition,
Yeah, we don't have diagonal in the
press
PC.
forward. When you press forward,
Well, because you can
two little buttons pop up in the side of it, like going diagonal, which I don't know why you'd ever want to do that.
Right.
Basically, and then sometimes your finger will accidentally sort of like press that one, and then you just walk off the edge like diagonally. And I don't know why it's there. I don't know why you need it there, and I hate it so much.
Then you got to get a PC. Build a gaming PC.
I'll help you.
Right, there you go. Jack will help you. We
I
can
feel
walk you
bad
through it.
asking.
And you'd be in good company because the guy who plays Superman just built one too.
Yeah, well, I feel bad asking for
Baz, did you
anything.
see Henry Cavill's thing? I'd be curious to know what Lord Chunky thinks about Superman's PC build, whether he bought the right components or not.
Also,
If
Sally
you have a
Sal,
lot of
I
people,
agree.
not much you can do wrong.
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted.
What was that, Lord?
I do want. Never mind. Wait, I do want Java.
You do want the
like-
Java, yeah.
But okay, so I don't have like I said, I don't have a PC or a computer to put it on, and also I feel I don't like asking for things because I feel like I already have Minecraft, so I feel like asking for a computer to get Minecraft again just seems
Mm.
like.
Also, if there's going to be a lot of online schools, it's going to be a good thing to have your own computer too, and it's just something like kind of neat.
Yeah, if online school continues, then and
And
it's
then
a
it's just a bonus that you get
necessity. Yeah, then I'd get
And then you
Minecraft.
spend the extra bit of money to make it a good computer, and then
And
It depends
also
what you
there's
want
a
to do
learning
with it too,
opportunity
right?
to build a computer. A learning.
yeah, I just always feel bad. Like for example, I would like if I got a Nintendo Switch and I could I really want to play Animal Crossing. But I would feel really bad asking.
Huh. Well, then save
Nintendo
up for
Switch,
it.
You can't even buy them right now.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you can get the light ones, can't you?
Yeah, but I rather get a real Nintendo Switch.
Right.
But
Very
also,
true.
I feel like I would use it, but at the same time, I'm like, would I? Would I just waste money on that? That's my big problem. I'm always nervous that I'm gonna get something and then not use it. So that's why I always feel bad asking for like expensive technology things.
Thank you, Cal. That's very nice of you to think of me building a PC. Um, I'll send you a video later. um, Animal Crossing is only on Switch, though, right? And they're never going to put it on anything else because they want you just playing on Nintendo's platforms, right?
That's a good reason why like a decent amount of people bought a Switch just to play Animal Crossing.
Really? Baz's
Oh, yeah,
was
totally.
Legend of Zelda, I think, right, Baz?
But like, there's other games I would play. Like, I'd love to play like, or like, I would probably be more into gaming if I got a Switch. Like, I could try some of like, I could try like, Pokemon games and Mario Odyssey.
I mean, try is buy the $60 games.
Yeah,
Um,
and good. Or like, for example, um, Smash, Smash Bros.
oh, yeah, that's fun.
Super
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah.
Mario Kart. I love Mario. Okay, actually, okay, that was a lie. I have played more than just Minecraft. So like, since I don't have a Switch, I don't play it a lot, but I have played a decent amount of like Mario Kart and a bit of Super Smash Bros.
Hmm.
Actually,
It's funny though. I always thought it'd be fun to have like an open platform console game, like they. I think they tried one at one point to have like a
Jack,
system
you
that you
wanna
could
do
build
Battle
yourself.
Wars?
No, I'm just gonna stop playing now.
What? Remember the
Okay.
Jack? Was there was some platform that they tried to make which was like an open platform? Was it Steam that did it or something? There was somebody who was going to do their own gaming console,
Oh yeah, the Steam thing. Yeah.
and I always thought, how cool would it be if you could just build your own? Like, what if you could come up with your own, like,
Oh, imagine getting a build your own console set.
yeah, like a
Oh, that'd be sick.
and
It's a gaming computer.
And
It's literally just a gaming computer.
yeah, but imagine making it portable. That's what I'm saying.
Portable
Just get
gaming
an ITX
PC.
case. Just
Get
get
a what is it?
ITX. ITX is a form factor for motherboards.
The small ones.
Yeah, they're really small,
Yeah,
and they can get really small cases.
right. And
So-
that would be a good enough gaming console type thing.
Yes, 'cause
okay.
you can put whatever hardware you want in it, but it's just smaller.
So we could build little ones and then sell them to people who don't want to go full PC but want to be able to play PC games.
Well, it is full PC.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
just a
mean.
small case.
But like you could set it up so it just booted to the games or something.
Then you'd have to make it run Linux, and that'd be a whole other thing.
Well, with Linux doesn't play a lot of the games too, does
And then
it?
why wouldn't you want it just to be a computer at that point? Like, and
Also,
it's,
I just want.
Well,
I
because
want
this is
to
for
say-
non-nerds, Jack. This is for people not like
okay,
us.
you don't have to be a nerd to use Windows.
No, true. Although I wonder sometimes. I definitely wonder sometimes. Well, that we were so excited about the idea of this whole Xbox Live thing where you could buy. So you bought into this pass. It was $1 for a month, and then it was $21 a month. But you could have access to both PC and console games on your PC. Except that you can't because a bunch of the games aren't written for the PC. So all the good ones. Sorry. Yeah, or vice versa. So there was.
Also, I want to say that for Let's Go, so I tried. So if probably people have heard of a Nuzlocke before in Pokemon, and me and my friend tried it on Let's Go Eevee, and I gotta say I don't think it's the one to do Nuzlocks on because honestly with the way it works you can't like battle Pokemon. Like
Are you still doing
can,
Pokemon
but-
Go, or what do you?
No, and Let's Go Eevee.
Oh, let's go. Okay, Harry.
And like it's a bit more, like you can capture Pokemon and that gives you like stuff and there are trainers to battle, but you can't like battle Pokemon, which makes it very hard to level up your Pokemon. So in the game we've actually made a thing. We decided to do it so like because like the easiest way to level up your Pokemon is catching Pokemon to level your main Pokemon up. So we said, okay, so we're gonna star all of the Pokemon that we've caught on the first time we've entered we'll star all the Pokemon we can use, and then we'll use the capture system to get XP, but we'll capture them but not use them.
Right.
Because otherwise it's like really hard to
And what's the goal? Where are you trying to get to with this?
Nuzlocke.
Yeah. You just have to get...
Just mute me, because in a second I'm gonna be really happy because I've been grinding for an XP level in Hypixel Skyblock, and I'm about to hit it.
So you want me to...
want to mute me?
You want me to server mute you?
No, I'm just gonna be really happy.
Well, congratulations. Just be happy, not into your microphone.
Okay.
So no, but basically, yeah, but like with Let's Go,
There's definitely, yeah, so...
actually, here's the thing. It's actually like I like it. The one thing with it is maybe this is like the same with other Pokemon games, but there's like a bunch of different routes, and sometimes it's sort of hard to know like where you have to go next.
And is this stuff that you're figuring out on your own, or you must be watching YouTube videos as well, right?
Well, like sometimes we're like we look at videos, we're like, okay, where is the gym on this?
Right. Sorry, this reminded me of something else. I was talking to Jack yesterday, Jack Jastra, and who does a really cool stream, by the way. People should watch that. He does a stream where he just goes on and designs stuff. Like he'll actually just start from scratch, come up with an idea, take suggestions, and then just build something out of it. Like just like basically do like
who's
some...
that guy on offline TV? His name's like Michael something.
He does art as well?
Well, no, he doesn't do art. He's a really good like science dude. He
really?
builds like robots and stuff.
Ooh, what's his name?
A surgery robot, like Michael something. He's on offline TV.
All right, I'm looking him up. I will look him up. Offline TV. And Noodles, what were the YouTubes that you were watching?
Live stream last night.
What are the YouTubers I was
You were saying
talking about?
let me explain or something?
An animator. Oh, so just saying, if you want me to quickly summarize the YouTubers I watch, I can.
Please, that would be amazing.
Okay, so I watch a lot of animators in Minecraft, and I watch. So basically, I watch. My favorite animators, or the animators I like watching a lot, are Odd Ones Out, Jane Animations, Something Else YT, and Let Me Explain Studios. But
Right.
I will watch other animators too because I always enjoy their videos. And then I also like
These are the
watching
people who are doing their
Minecraft.
own animations?
Yeah.
Right. And we should watch Kurtzgesagt. It's very true, James. We definitely should do that.
I think you actually would really like Michael from Offline TV.
Really? Okay.
You'd really, really like him.
I will check that out.
And then-
I'm trying to compile a list of like good YouTube and Twitch people to watch that I can post on TechBandits so people can sort of like all be on the same page, including Kurtzgesagt, James Gurney. James Gurney also works with Kurtzgesagt. They do these amazing animated videos about... I think I showed you one about COVID at one point. Here's something else. Okay, so Jack Jasper yesterday says that he's playing with this thing. I'll put it in a link in the stream here. It's Game Maker, Yo-Yo Games Game Maker. And you could basically build your own games. And he says he really likes it. It's got drag and drop. It's not too expensive, or it's even possibly free. I don't know. James, you should totally stream D&D map making. I think that's, or you know what? Team up with Jack Jastra, and we can all go and build D&D maps online.
Oh, I've always so I've never actually played D&D, but it sounds like
awesome.
Sounds like a super interesting game that I would totally love.
We have got to play.
We need to do a TechBandits D&D. We need to.
Are you into that?
I am totally into D&D.
Someone would have to literally explain everything.
Yeah, me too. For me as well, because it's all changed so much, and it's been so long, 1,000 years since I played. I'm older than the dragons that they talk about. I'm older than the dragons in Dungeons and Dragons. James Gurney's the person to talk to because I think he would be perfect to put to work working on Dungeons and Dragons maps and creating characters and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I should also say, if people want to watch...
I can create really good characters.
Oh, that's the fun... Isn't that the best part? I love building characters.
And then I'm good at Dungeon Master, but it's just less fun because I like to participate in it.
Right.
But I'm good at building characters and helping with the story.
Well, then maybe we should have maybe we should start another day, which is Tech Bandits D&D.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
What about that?
Tuesdays.
Maybe.
Well, Tuesdays I do my chats, but maybe it could be like Mondays. Let's do Monday,
Yeah.
Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then we have
Are
one of
you
those.
like stream at this point? Are you streaming all the time, David? Like you're
Yeah.
streaming every day of the week, pretty much.
Yeah, well, not every day of the week, but yeah, I absolutely I personally think this is better than film and television. I think this is just better stuff. I think it's better. I much prefer being in this environment right now. I mean, yeah, I'll still do the odd acting thing now and again, but I would like to make this what I do because I absolutely love it. Just love it. And it's just fun. It's also fun chatting with you guys. I mean, it's just like I've got my, we've got lots of stuff to discuss. I learn stuff all the time from you. So, and I feel like it helps me sort of keep in touch with what's going on. I love it. I'm going to put a link in here because they're doing a San Diego Comic-Con at home schedule, and Wyvern Gaming is doing their YouTube channel will have the game that we played the other day, which could be kind of fun to watch. So I will put that here for people. So that's the Wyvern Gaming channel. They should be streaming the Stargate RPG that we did. So it's basically Dungeons and Dragons, but only in the Stargate world, which means that I know that Noodles would love that.
Well, I don't know anything about Stargate or D&D, so I guess that would work perfectly together.
Exactly. But you don't actually, to be true, honestly, you don't need to know. Like the whole point of it is it's a new game, so people can get into it. And then there's, is it Saturday 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Is that right? Thank you, James Gurney.
No, I just mean I don't know how to I don't know I know basically how it works. I just don't know.
The great thing about it, I think the thing that I love most about it and that really sort of came to the forefront when I played it the other day was that it's just about goofing around. Like you have to roll die and stuff like that because you need to sort of have a certain structure to it. But it's basically whatever you want to do. We were goofing around. Like I was playing this big warrior guy, but I was acting like a total jerk. And then, which is a big surprise, I know to everybody, there was like, someone else was like this medic, was like this like lovely spacey kind of medic, and she was doing such a great job of that. David Reed, this guy from who's been around Stargate stuff forever, he was playing this sort of this scientist, and we were like fighting battles, and he was running off and reading books. And we were like, what are you doing? Why are you over there reading books while we're being killed? So it was just, it's basically making up a story and then rolling the dice to help tell you where that story's going. That's really what it's about.
That sounds like fun.
Oh my god, it is. It's amazing, and it's also like storytelling. It's creative. It's like goofy.
Honestly, I love imaginary games.
All right, so then we should totally do it. Then we should definitely set up a D&D thing. The other thing you can do is they've got this new website, not new, it's probably been around forever, but new to me, called Roll20. And it'll do all the die rolls for you. So you just click in what you're supposed to do, and it'll roll die for you. And it's, oh my god, it's so good.
That would be a good thing to use though, because doesn't D&D need like a 20-sided dice or something?
Oh yeah, there's 20-sided dice and 6-sided dice and 8-sided dice and 10-sided dice and all sorts of dice. It's a reason to go and buy cool things. But we could even 3D print some dice. Like I could 3D print you a set of dice. They probably wouldn't roll very well, but they, Oh no! Wait a second. Oh my god! I didn't even think of this.
You could CNC cut the
CNC.
dice.
Could you imagine a CNC cut die? Wooden die? Oh my god! That would be sick.
If you want to give me that, totally, I'm up.
All right, I'm gonna look up. If anybody in the chat knows anything about CNC stuff, I would love if there were any CNC files or STL files or whatever it is that's required for. I think I was using Easel. Was the software I was using that worked really well with this. But it's perfect for that because it's tiny, right?
I don't want to ruin the fun, but I just want to point out that 1 o'clock is fast approaching.
Damn it.
No, it's fine. No. Can we please just stay for a bit longer?
Yeah, man. What's time, really? I mean, the only thing that I need is more coffee.
You're
so
the
I
one
might
that always says, "Oh, I have to go at 1 o'clock."
Oh yeah, because I'm a grown up and I got things I gotta do.
Yeah.
No, it sucks. I'd rather be like. This is the whole thing. Is I love the idea of setting this up as a makerspace type thing. We just walk around and people come in and talk when they want to talk, and it's 5 a.m. in New Zealand. What are you doing? You don't have a pandemic. Go to bed. We're not that interesting.
Actually, I think I am.
You think you are?
I'm so interesting.
I like Airsoft Wabbit. Someone's called themselves Airsoft Wabbit. Hello. All right. Anything else worth talking about then before I go up and get more coffee? Sleep is for the weak. Yeah. Sleep is. I like sleep right now.
Excuse me, I still haven't finished growing yet. I need food and sleep.
Yeah, food and sleep's good. They say that sleep is incredibly important.
Yeah, last night I slept
No
from 12
kidding.
to 12.
You slept from 12 till 12? I hate you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wish. This wretched dog, which I don't think is actually a dog, I think it's just it's a demon sent to haunt me, comes in and licks my face at 6 a.m. every morning. Well, sorry, not every morning. Sometimes it's 5:57. But she's like she's got like a total, she's on this perfect clock. But of course, I don't go to sleep until like 2 a.m. So I guess what I'm learning in saying that is that I should just go to bed earlier. But that's hard too, because Baz is always doing cool stuff. So I always want to like see what he's watching and stuff. So anyways, but yeah, the dog
Baz
is...
to go to bed earlier.
What time do you go to bed?
Me? I try to go to bed. I try to go to bed at like 10:30.
Yeah, that's what we used to be.
Sleep at 2:30.
So far, I'm failing, and my new sleep schedules is like 11 o'clock most of the time.
And what is it that keeps you up? Are you watching TV? Are you doing what do you do? Are you reading?
No, I don't know. Well, like,
Baz is just studying and studying, just working on next year's homework, getting ahead. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, he's probably doing that right now.
Until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think so.
No, but like, I don't know. I just end up staying up sort of late.
How old is
Now
your
that I have
son,
my
ICS
Xbox
Press?
in my room and like I'm able to just chill with my headphones and stuff. Oh yeah, you're not gonna get me to bed before 1.
Well, there are ways, but we won't go into that. ICS Press, how old is your son?
Audio's cutting out.
Son keeps it 6 to 7 hours
There we go.
a night. Baz, I never did my homework, and look at me now. Oh my God, you're right. We got to get you to work fast. You could become a James Gurney. I envy people with a real sleep schedule. Yeah, insomnia.
I don't really have. Okay, how about this? I don't really have a real sleep schedule except for the fact that I try to wake up at 7 every day.
7?
Oh, ICS Press has got to go. ICS Press, just quickly before you go, how old's the kid? If you've got time, don't encourage the child. James says Cal. Good. Cal and I are always the same on the hammer. There, it seems. We're always shutting people down the same way. No, James is actually a great example of somebody who
Stand up and stretch your legs.
I am stretching my legs. I took a.
Tooth Fairy's favorite Arctic animal?
What?
The molar bear.
The molar bear. What was that? Repeat. I missed the joke. Did you hear the joke?
The molar bear.
The answer was the molar bear. What is the dentist's favorite?
What's the dentist's favorite bear? I think it's the molar bear.
The molar bear. Yeah. What? Who programmed Alexa to tell dad jokes?
I did.
Wasn't me. It was Baz. Wasn't it you?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, it was me.
Tells a dad joke and tells him to stretch at 1 a.m.
Yeah, 1 a.m. It tells me to stand up and move around. I'm standing. Yeah. Maybe it was talking to the cicada, which I think may have passed away during our stream. Poor thing. Does not look very well.
Oh my God, I remember there's Miss Colt's fish, Sticky.
Sticky the fish? Hey,
Sticky the fish. Baz Jack, do you remember Sticky?
No, I was never Miss Colt.
No.
No.
Well, basically, Sticky was like one of those sucker fish, and like.
Oh yeah.
Sticky was the best.
Yeah, and then Sticky died.
Well,
and we buried him in the backfield and played sad recorder music.
Oh,
My
really?
school had a gecko named Thorns.
No.
Yeah.
They didn't kill it.
Oh no, it died. No, it's alive. It's alive.
Oh. Well, where does it? Who's looking after it now then?
A kid that graduated last year.
What? But he's not coming back.
I know.
He's stolen that gecko. You're never going to see it again.
Stole Thorns.
You're never going to see. Thorns is gone for good, I think. Look at the wings on this thing. Like, it's like a stained glass, isn't it? Like, look at that. I can't get over how...
You think I'm crazy?
Isn't that wild?
See my sister.
What? What? What was that? What was that non sequitur, Baz? You don't have a sister. Oh my God. Baz has lost his mind because he hasn't
You
slept.
think I'm crazy? You should see my sister. No, I'm playing League.
You think I'm crazy? You should meet my sister.
Yeah, that's what I say. I've got 5 sisters. They're all crazy. I had a cat called Blondie. He was black. Yeah, there you go. That's good. I want a pig named Dog, or a pig named Tractor. That's what I want.
Pig named Tractor.
I do think I could shave her, and she'd look. I mean,
You
I think
said that at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah,
Shave your cat.
We're pretty sure that's animal cruelty.
I think Huzzah would look pretty good as a pig.
Don't even think about it.
Spider pig.
Nope. Think
Yeah.
about it.
You know what we could do is we could test it on your dog first.
Guys, I have confirmation
Oh,
that
no.
this laptop is a PC. It says your battery's running low. You might want to plug in your PC. Don't worry, I still have 37 minutes left.
Oh, that's what your PC says?
Your
I-
PC has to charge?
It's a laptop.
It's a laptop.
Oh, I thought you said PC. Sorry.
Well, no,
know,
PC
but
just
it
means
says
personal
on the
computer, right?
I'm saying, it's
Like, technically, a
it-
PC
it-
is also a Mac.
Nope, I can't.
No.
They are. They're personal computers. It's just being sort of... they're.
I know, but a PC is like a non-movable personal computer.
Really? I would have
That's
said
desktop.
desktop. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I'm with Jack. I would have said desktop PC or a desktop Windows PC. What about
Windows desktop.
DWPC? Yo, how about that? Think that'll catch on? DWPC. I'm not sure. All I know is that GTA Baby Yoda says that's crazy talk. And sorry, GTA. That's a good point. GTA Baby Yoda. I saw your stuff before, but we were in the middle of chatting with the bandits. GTA Baby Yoda's doing these masks for us because you can't get them in America. You can get them in Europe on the European Spreadshirt shop that we have set up, but you can't get them in the States. And so GTA Baby Yoda set up these masks, which are really very cool. And he was saying, should we do the PC Bandits ones as well? I guess we could look at that. If you haven't, you should check out AMD stocks, David. I think I can't remember. I invested in a bunch of stuff.
Stocks. I don't know. Well, they keep doing well though.
I know. I mean, I wouldn't buy them. In a way, I would.
They already went up quite a bit.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, and on Wednesday, you should go check the. If people in the chat want to check out the notes, I post the show notes after the fact as well. I do. So if you want the show notes before the show, I post them on Patreon. So anybody who subscribes or helps with the Patreon, that they get the pre-show notes, and then after the show, I will post all of the notes, usually with a little bit of whatever extra little things I find that came up with. Wow. So Offset saying AMD's up 15% today. AMD down 14%.
Oh, and by the way, it's officially 105.
Thank you very much. Does that mean I can go and get coffee? Can I let you talk? Can I trust you to talk while I go and get coffee?
Sure.
Or
yeah.
should I switch
might
to
have
Squirrel Cam?
I think I might have to go.
Oh, you suck.
What? I promised my friend is going away on a camping trip
Oh, really?
for like a week, and I promised him that I'd play with him before he goes because he doesn't want to go.
Fair. Oh, no. Why not? Because it's too far away from video games and Wi-Fi?
Well, they're camping. You can't really play Minecraft while you're camping.
I know. So why would you go camping?
I mean, if you have data, I mean, you could get.
Yes,
plays-
Yeah, it's on a computer.
I mean, who goes camping?
Yeah, what crazy person goes camping? Jack,
Yeah,
you go camping, don't
I don't
you?
know. He's being forced to.
I have.
Yes, I'm gonna have to. Well, goodbye, everybody.
Well, look, Noodles, thank you so much. It's a pleasure as always. And if you want to talk video games or video game,
I'll think
Wednesday.
about it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
it's Wednesday at the same
Guys,
time,
send me
basically.
a list for a computer.
Goodbye,
and-
everybody in chat. It was great to see, or I guess
To not see
watch.
you. It's been a pleasure to not
not
see you.
see everyone.
As we would say,
Bye.
huzzah! Wow, we got normally Noodles is around for much longer.
Yeah.
So should I let this? I guess I should let people go, shouldn't I?
No, please.
No.
Can we just stay for a bit
No.
longer?
Yeah, you can keep the chat going for sure. That's absolutely fine. But would you rather you want to keep streaming? Should I switch to Squirrel Cam and go get a coffee and come back?
Yeah, sure. You could do that.
Oh, Mr. Clean Tracy, you started watching The Great, isn't it? I I gotta say, I recommend it to everybody except my son, because it's got sexy bits in it. But it's The Great, about Catherine the Great. The series is just stunning. It's just so good. Action figure and a sticky note. I know I should, but I don't have a camera for that, do I? Let me see if I can set something up. I must grab. I've grabbed myself here. Is there a box I could put it on while I'm? Oh, there you go. This might work. So if I do this, will that work? Is that gonna? Let's see if that's gonna work. Yeah, not close enough. I gotta get closer. I don't want to have this land on my poor cicada. Be crushed by Rodney McKay. The cicada was crushed by Rodney McKay in a terrible incident.
F.
All right, so there's that. Can you focus on it? Are you gonna be able to see it?
I can see well enough.
Can you see it well enough? There you go. So there's
Yeah.
that. In fact, if I move it over this way, I think
There we go.
I might. Nope, other way. Move it this way. Then there'll be room for the squirrel cam as well. Although now I can't see his face. Where's his little face? There we go. This can take longer than it is for me to go and get my coffee. Okay, and where's my cicada? We got to see that, just in case he moves while I'm off. How about that? Oh, that's not much of him. How's that? I'm trying to make this as exciting as possible for people while I'm away. I'm kind of taken with this idea of building like our own portable gaming system. I just think you could have like a 3D printed case.
No.
You know?
That wouldn't work out.
You don't think so?
Break too easily.
Well, you can 3D print it in all sorts of stuff. You can 3D print in like, like what's it called? Carbon fiber. If you wanted to.
Did your 3D print with carbon fiber?
I have no idea. Never tried it. I should. Okay, where's my squirrel cam? Ready? Squirrel cam is activated. All right, I'm going for coffee. I think what I'll do is I'll turn off the sound just while I'm away. I really need elevator music. Dun 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 dun.
Da, da,
Okay, definitely muting it then.
da, da, da.
All right, there you go. Okay, I've turned off the music for the stream. I've turned you off of the stream, just so you know. So just because I know that Jack will kill you. All right, I'm going for coffee. I'll be back in a sec. It's so quiet. There's so little happening.
Da,
All right, we're
da,
back.
da,
We are back.
da, da, da.
Oh, great.
Okay, you
Da,
can stop the elevator music. It's done.
da,
Oh my God,
da,
The elevator
Baz.
music playing
Da,
on the
da,
elevator.
da,
Baz,
da.
my God.
There's
My-
no elevator music when you're not in the elevator, okay?
It's true.
So
We're out of the elevator, for God's sake. Yeah, so I got coffee, and I've also got fresh bread. Oh, yeah.
Oh
Really-
yeah, I cut some.
I noticed. And you ignored this delicious piece at the end, which is going to make a lot of noise. Oh, we're going ASMR now. Here we go.
Yeah, because who wants the edge piece?
Well, clearly he does.
Egg.
Beautiful
Peace.
eating noises.
Let's go.
Delicious.
Gosh,
There we go.
this is
That was your
ASMR.
ASMR for the day.
Okay, you can
Some more.
So good. It sounds like breaking bones. It's true. I broke. Was it? I crushed bones to make your bread. Wasn't that Jack and the Beanstalk or something? The end piece is the best, especially when it's fresh bread. It's so true, David CB. What do we got going on now? It needs more cowbell. That's true. It wasn't ages. What are you talking about? Okay. Wow. He somehow can still be heard. What? I can be? Oh, cool.
Bum, 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 bum,
Mm-hmm.
bum, bum.
This would be good ADR for crushing bones. That's our little
Yeah, it's like
cicada-
you take a bite of it and then you're like,
That's our little cicada friend. I am making you hungry. In fact, I'm gonna wrap this up because
No.
I'll keep the Discord chat open so you guys can keep chatting. But
no.
I've got a setup for next week. I got a whole bunch of ideas. So, and I've also got to mix up that. I guess I could look it up. No, I'll look it up now. I've got to figure out how to the right mix for that for those sea monkeys, or what are they called, brine shrimp or whatever it is that I'm gonna look at. And also, does anyone have any suggestions? I need a more powerful microscope. So I need basically, I think I'm gonna need like 400 times. So I want a USB 400 times microscope that I can use for the TechBandits, because this is amazing. It's seeing sort of a nice, sort of I think it's like up to 200, something like that. But if I could get 400 times, I could start seeing, the actual sort of algae cells and stuff. I think it would be kind of cool, or more if possible. I mean, I'd love to get even more magnification, but I'd just be curious to know if anyone's got any ones that they like, or whether I have to now move to a scientific one with a special mount for camera and stuff. But Bresser Biolux. I might look that up if that's okay. You think 1,000? That'd be perfect. That'd be so cool. Bresser Biolux. I'm looking it up right now. Thank you. Bresser Biolux. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's a good-looking beast. Very nice. But what does it cost, though? I'm guessing it's, like, crazy expensive, right? Is it? Let's have a look. They are currently unavailable. That's a good-looking system, though. I have no idea. Is there a sense of... I have no idea of, like, what they cost. But look at that. You can see cells. You can see, like, the stinger on a wasp. How cool is that?
Looks like it's about 200, David.
$200?
Yeah.
That's not bad. I mean, that's doable. And that's got a 10 times... But that's only 10 times, 4 times, and 40 times. That's not a... Or can you do more than that?
Well, no, it looks like it goes from 20 to 1,200. I'm not sure.
Oh, is it? See, I don't... Oh, 1280. Yeah. How does that work?
1,200.
Well, I guess it must have something to do with the external piece. But then you'd also need to add a camera to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or does it already have that? Maybe it already has that.
I don't know. Could you use TinyCam and put that up at the top, or?
I could stick it in. Yeah, it's true. I could.
Well, maybe you could get a USB output. Maybe it gives a USB output.
I think it does. You know what? I'm looking at the kit pack, and it looks like it is. But of course, it's not available because why would it be available?
It looks like it's on PHP photo and video. Which I
Ah.
was
Alright,
on
I might as
earlier.
well go.
Oh, you going?
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
Because
All right.
I'm
Thanks
actually
much,
looking
buddy. Have a good one. He's gone.
I'm looking for a new pair of headphones right now.
And you're looking for a new pair of headphones. There you go. So recommendations.
Yes.
Wow, this I gotta say, this Bresser Biolux looks
So-
really cool. But someone was saying you also need to be able to look at them from upside down. Like you need to be able to have the ones that look 149 seems very reasonable for that. I gotta say.
149 USD. So
Oh right, of course, right. Yeah, that's true. So wait a sec. So James Gurney is suggesting. I've missed it. What has he suggested? It says it's on U.S. Amazon. There's a 40 to 200 times 1 megapixel digital integrated microscope with LED illumination for $334. Interesting. Okay. Cheap, but does the job. That's interesting. Okay. Light through the sample. Light underneath too. It does. Yeah.
each 380s. Okay.
All right. If you want a good set of headphones, they're yeah, the Sennheiser HD 380 Pro.
I was looking at the Philips. What are they called? SHP 9500s, and those are.
Are they
look
well
like they go for
reviewed? Who do you go to
100
for
CAD.
reviews?
They have- I like to use Rittings or however you say it. Rittings. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but
It's called Rittings or Writings?
Rittings, yeah.
Like
but
just
it's
spell
like-
R-I-T?
RITNGS. Yeah. I mean, no, RTINGS.
Ah.
So there's no.
Oh, I've never heard of this. This is amazing. Oh my God. See? I told you I learned things all the time. Oh man, this is awesome. You can
Don't
look up
get
everything.
Philips. Okay.
Oh, that is cool. Okay, I'm gonna start using this. That's great. I'll put it in the chat so people can
Okay.
see it too.
I was also looking at the HD 5.6. They're 569s, I think.
Being spoiled by studio monitor headphones. Yeah. Don't get Philips. They don't like. So why not Offsad?
Yeah. So,
Kitsulane uses Yamahas and AKGs.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
AKG didn't look like it had as much over-ear stuff for what I'd want. Cause
Is the idea gonna like you want to cover your entire ear and just block out everything?
yeah, like over-ear headphones for
But
sure.
not noise canceling or anything. Just
They don't
just-
need to be noise canceling. They don't need to be wireless.
no. Lit through the
Just one.
sample. Lit underneath too. James Gurn. Sir James, which one were you talking about? Were you talking about the Bresson again as well? I seem to have lost the scroll again. I've lost the thread literally. When the cicada dies, do you want to keep it and put it on your shelf? Not really, do I? I think it's gone. Like I feel like it was dying when I got it yesterday, but it's definitely not moving around at all now.
It's starving now, so.
It's not starving. I feel bad. They're saying that it might eat twigs, but the adult ones don't even eat. They're saying they're just literally here to mate and die. Mate and die. There you
Well,
go.
I guess you're helping it with the last bit.
Exactly, because I'm sure not mating with it. Noise canceling isolation would go, yes, the Bresser, yes. So this the magnification is a combination of the ocular lens, eyepiece, thank you, James, for the layman, and the objective. So a 10 times objective is times the ocular lens. Oh. All right, so we need to get the Bresser. Okay, that is good to know. And that will allow me to look at things on a more cellular level, right? I mean, I love this USB microscope. It's fantastic. It's the form factor is great. It's easy to use, but it's I feel like it needs to be a little bit more, just a little bit more powerful because we're getting into stuff that I think would be like it would be really fun to be able to find algae and show algae for what it is. For what it is. Lunch for geckos for Baz's gecko. I wonder. That's interesting. Do you think a crested gecko can eat a cicada without any issues? Well, if it's basically dead anyways. What do you think? Oh, it's a full-time job. Thank you. Is there a specific type of breaster that you like more than the others, if that makes sense? Bresser Biolux. I just love the name of it. It's the Biolux. Yeah, it's unavailable in Canada because it's Canada, I guess. Amazon Canada just sucks. It's got nowhere near the selection of stuff that Amazon.com has. Almost makes me want to move to the States again. Baz is dying to get back down to LA. I was like, let's hold off until the, coronavirus thing has stopped a little. That is a great looking kit though. I see it's got a slide holder. It's got everything. I mean, it's got a CD. I always laugh at the CDs.
Honestly, Amazon Canada is a joke.
And it's often more expensive too, I find.
Yeah, like the headphones I want to get on Amazon.ca, they're like 170 Canadian dollars. And they're 75 US dollars. Like, that's ridiculous.
I know. Keep in mind that the problem we have in Canada is our population is so spread out over such a huge amount of space that I don't know that people, I think a lot of companies just underestimate what they're getting into. I mean, Target failed here, which I couldn't believe. What's this? No, they do not like their... Well, I guess this Bresser is available on Amazon. Let's have a look at that. So, isn't this fun? You get to just peruse the internet with me. There's a Bresser Junior microscope. That's pretty cool. Again, not available. Bresser Research ICD microscope. That's got an ocular thing going. Bresser 40 to 10. There you go. That's available, but it's $256. Holy mother. Wow. There's a cheaper one that is, but it's not USB. That's what we need. I really need something, because there's no point, much as I'd love to just play with it myself, I really need it to be sort of shareable with my fellow bandits. What did we call them before? The International Bandits. I love it.
Yes.
International Bandits.
If only we could have some of the bandits quarantined for 2 weeks, and then we could just have the bandits, just like a...
Oh, that's true.
Doing with films.
So it'd be like a camp. We just all have to oh my God, I'd have to live with you guys for 2 weeks? No, I'd murder you all by then.
Set up tents in the backyard.
Oh, that's true. Although we have fake turf, and then you'd be mauled to death by our dog. But other than that, sure.
Yeah.
Or you'd be peed on by our dog, or or mauled.
So I'll make sure to bring the waterproof cover for you.
Yeah, definitely bring your raincoat, because you just don't. Yeah. Although, you know what I gotta say, it's so nice having a female dog, because they don't pee on everything, right?
Oh.
They go when they need to go. They're not spraying everything else in the meantime. You know what I mean? I've never.
Isn't their pee super acidic though?
Yeah. In fact, I don't let her pee on other people's lawns, because I'm worried that it's gonna kill patches of grass. That's how caring I am as a dog owner. If you can believe that. Amazing. What's this? Mr. Clean Tracy says, on Journey to the Micros. Oh, on the microcosmos. He does exactly what you are wanting to do. Really? That's cool. Oh, hello, Mr. Cicada. Did he move? Did Mr. Cicada move? Hank Green, yeah. Well,
We're still live, right?
We are still live, right? We are indeed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, thank you very much, Setup Wizard. Thank you. I love what you do, have done, and will do. Thank you very much. Well, look, I love doing it, so it's fun. ICS Press is back. Yep, they don't mark. All right. Bandits from the UK. Nice. We're the International Tech Bandits. International Bandits of Technology. All right, so I'm looking at these microscope things. I don't think Amazon's gonna work for me. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it from Amazon. I wonder if New Egg always has a lot of tech stuff, don't they? Maybe they've got. Sometimes they
No,
have.
like there were PC hardware and stuff.
They're usually PC, but they sometimes have like odd things. Well, they tried to sell me masks the other day. They tried to sell me like N95 masks, which I thought was kind of weird.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was like, oh, you're buying a PC. Would you like to buy these masks too? I was like, what? What? How does that work? But I guess they just figure everyone, I guess it's a good add-on. Yeah, I guess I don't want to die. Sure, I'll get some masks. Yeah, they're not selling that stuff. Okay, so I'm looking for microscopes in Ontario then, I guess. Microscopes in Ontario. All right. This is where Jane will be like, what are you doing? Do we need another one? Can we send this one back? I don't think I've had it too long, I think, at this point. Ooh, there's a 40 to 200. It's not USB, though. Oh, it's Banggood. Oh, yeah. No, that's from China. Who knows where. I've never used that. Maybe it's worth it, but I didn't know that Celestron. I didn't know that Walmart sold microscopes.
Walmart sells everything.
I can sort of hear Mum in the background, sort of. It's the only problem with having Baz up in his room is that you sort of get little snippets of Jane's conversations upstairs. Yeah, they basically have the kiddie ones like us. I wondered about maybe AM scope, like whether anyone's had any experiences with AM scope. They're very cheap, but they look like sort of fairly solid microscopes. Oh my God, they've got a lot. I can't get over what Walmart sells everything, don't they? I mean, it's just crazy. Maybe Bresson has like Bresson in Canada, maybe. Is it Bresser or Bresson? It's Bresson, isn't it? Or is it Bresser? It's Bresser. Bresser, Canada. There we go. All right. Oh, there you go. Ontario telescopes. What about that? Oh, it's all telescopes. That makes sense. Come on, they gotta have microscopes. Really? Really? I didn't know you could be that focused on stuff. Like you just do telescopes. But then why would you want to buy microscope in Google as your ad word? Not good. All right. Suppressor electronics. All right, let's try telescopes. No. Pressure. I see. Biolux. How is everyone doing? I have to check the chat and see what's going on. Usually telescope sellers sell. Yeah, they usually do, but for some reason they're not. So is it possible to buy from the US with a VPN and have it sent to Canada? I guess I could. The problem is it's just complicated, right? It's usually better just to have it done. You know what I mean? Is it? What's this? Is a hair? What's this? I'm back. Yay, they don't mark. What? I missed that. Hey, says is a hairdo. Is a hairoo. Commercial microscopes are trash. So what do you prefer then? What do you like? You know what's funny is our eBay sucks. Our eBay sucks as well.
Oh, Canada eBay?
Yeah.
Don't use that.
It's the same thing, and they always end up selling it to you from the States anyways.
You just gotta use Kijiji.
Really?
If you want used.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, if you're going for used, Kijiji is much
Oh my God, used? Are you kidding? I'd much prefer used on all of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just rare. Although that's how I found my electric wheelchair. Right? Oh, scope, which I'm hoping to get. I really want. I want to see if Tony would let us have at least the parts list for his basically his face controlled system, so that you can actually control the wheelchair with your face. I just think that'd be so much fun.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There's a scientific dissecting microscope. That's not bad. Boy, they really are cheaper, aren't they? New microscope. They don't have any brands on them. They're like, I think they're scared to tell you what they are. Wow. Kids microscope. That's so funny. That actually looks like, there we go, professional microscope. That sounds very professional. Now is that Baz's thumping away again?
No.
Yes, it is. Oh my God, it is you. I was like, boy, now Jack's stuff is really loud. I'm like, interesting. A lot of 9 Leica D200 microscope cameras. What? I have a Leica. I have an old Leica. That's interesting. That is interesting. Leica camera. Why on earth would they have 9 of those lying around? Leica microscopy system. Interesting. That's kind of neat. So it's got a little camera for filming whatever it is that you're working on, but I have a feeling that it's probably not going to work with mine. But let's have a look. I have this magnificent Leica, but I also need new lenses for it, so I have a feeling that the cost of having it replaced would be more than actually trying to just getting a new USB one, because I'd have to get the lenses fixed because I think they've got sort of fogged up for some reason. Whatever. Fine. This product has been phased out. Yeah, I'll say. Okay, making it suitable for discriminating user in research. The camera itself, camera optics, software, all designed for microscopy, digital. That's interesting. Oh, it's got a new model. That's why there's a bunch of them. Someone's gone and got a new version of them. Yeah, but I would love to get my Leica working better. Like, I'd love to get lenses for the Leica and things. Maybe I should look and see what kind of parts there are available for it. Digital Firewire color camera. It's a Firewire camera? Holy moly. That's hilarious. It's like, it says it's Firewire, but it's got an Ethernet cable sticking out of it. And they want a fortune for it, I might add. It's a $600 camera. That's why I don't like the idea of trying to fix my my existing one. Is I feel like just for some reason, because it's a professional microscope, I think they're going to charge an arm and a leg to get it fixed. It was my dad's. Microscope from his office. So it's great, except that again, there's that problem with the lenses being all fogged up. I think what's happened is they've just got old and dried out or whatever they do. I think there's an oil in them that can sort of leak or whatever. I think it makes more sense though to get one of these like Bresser ones, because I think the cost of getting all the parts necessary to make the microscope I've got work would be probably more expensive. 20 to 1280. That is pretty great. So you get a nice sort of look at things from a distance, so you can get a sense of its full form, and you get to sort of zoom right in when you need to. You have Stargate chevrons over your dorm room. Fantastic. There's George again. Poor George. It's a hot day to be working out in that, I gotta say. I just had the vivid mental image of a Stargate being the door frame to a hobbit hole. Yeah, that could work. Just get a proper DSLR or go for a medium format. What do we got? Check Fisher Scientific Microscopes. You like those, huh? I'm checking those. I'm checking them.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna head out. Thank you so much. This was wonderful.
Well, you know what? Then maybe I should wrap us up too. Then, it's not much of a start. It's not much of a Tech Bandits without the Tech Bandits, is it? All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Jack, or Lord Chunky, I should say. It's a pleasure as always. Just think about it. Like a portable gaming PC console. Just
Yeah.
saying.
It's called using like what is it called? I don't know. There's a case. It's very small.
Really?
Console sized. Yes.
The ATX Mini one you were talking about?
ITX.
ITX. All right. Okay. I'll have a look because I just think it would be so much fun to have like a portable system that you could build yourself, right? Being done failed, says Cal. Thank you, Cal. Voice of Doom. I should have known. And thank you, of course, to Cal for being, Cal. So.
Yeah, there's the Intel Skull Canyon Nook or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Ben Hex did an Xbox One portable system. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, except
Interesting.
we want to be PC, though, don't we? We want to be PC gaming.
So you don't have to pay every year.
Exactly. So you don't have to sign up for all those stupid subscription systems. Although you do anyway, because you're using Steam anyways, right? So, all right. So I shall say adieu. I should also say thank you very much to DStat, our one and only sponsor level subscriber. Thank you very, very much. Patreon, our sponsor level Patreon. And if there's anybody else out there who wants, as a company or something, they want to talk to me about that, that'd be great. It all goes towards TechBandits, of course. We've got the streamers. Thank you all so much on Twitch. Everybody who subscribes. The money that isn't Baz's pocket money goes to TechBandits. This is nice for Baz because he's earning his pocket money basically, and I get to put the money towards TechBandits and things like microscopes, stuff like that. Hey, maybe we'll get to the point where we're just having to build PCs, Jack. Like that's like we'll maybe people can like order stuff and then we'll put together PC systems for them and like laser carve the side of them and send them back for massive markups or something.
Yeah, massive markups.
That would be cool. That's when we're the international tech bandits, taking over the world. What the heck? It's a Neo Draconis raid. You're raiding. We're being raided. Oh no, you're raiding us just as we're ending. Darn it. But thank you, Thank you and welcome, Neo Draconis. More like his Nintendo Switch money. Yeah, it's true. It's not really pocket money, is it? It's like that. Thank you so much, Neo Draconis and your fellow Draconises for coming in. Hi, Raiders. Sadly, I'm literally just saying goodbye. But no, I appreciate it. It's great. Cal does love being the voice of doom. I haven't finished my coffee yet, so if anyone's got anything, I suppose I could answer a couple of questions in the process, I suppose. Yeah, GTA Baby Yoda saying now I have to stay for another hour. Yeah, it's just Friday. What do I need my Fridays for? That'd be awesome to see. Wanted to build a PC myself, but don't know where to start. Oh, Jaspin, Mirror, I'll tell you where you start. You talk to Lord Chunky. Lord Chunky's like setting me up with like PC parts builders and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, you should use PC part picker. It helps.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It just really with like compatibility and stuff.
Well, that's what I love is you're getting the right thing. Let me just do PC
Not
parts
always,
picker.
but
yes. Oh, really? So there can still be conflicts and stuff?
Yes, but like the thing is, it will let you get motherboards that work with other things.
Hmm.
But some of the motherboards that are compatible with that CPU or whatever, they need a BIOS update still because they're older.
Ah, right. Is that still the case though? They haven't started updating them yet?
Well, no, because the thing is, there's new motherboards that you can buy that work right with it, or you could buy like a last gen one and have the BIOS updated.
BIOS updates are such a pain and they terrify me because if something goes wrong, you just like basically like nuke your board.
Brick.
Yeah. Sorry, so just everyone knows in the chat there, that's the PC part picker. This is the service that Lord Chunky turned me on to because and they're just amazing. So Lord Chunky's great at picking out parts. I would say that you're much better than I at picking the parts versus performance thing. I just tend to go like, it's bigger, I want it. Whereas Lord Chunky's really good at going like, nah, there's no point because your monitor's only 60 hertz and there's no point in, whatever. So, yeah. So, my wife made amazing coffee today from the last beans we had left over from our last year's Hawaiian trip. Oh, that's so sad. Hawaii. You know the place that we were married? So Jane and I got married in Hawaii because we realized that if Baz was born before we were married in Washington State, basically I'm not a parent. Actually, now I think about it, that could have got me out of a lot of stuff. But we decided to get married because we lived in Washington State, and there was this weird kind of thing where basically you're almost having to adopt your own kid if you're not married at the time. It's like yeah, it's really weird. I don't know what the deal on it at all is, but so whoa, lights off. So we got married. Jane was like pregnant. We had like a little tiny ceremony on this beach in this little place called Kona Village. And then during the tsunami, it was wiped out. It just disappeared. It no longer exists. It was wiped off the face of the planet. So I said it probably bodes very well for our marriage. Our marriage, our love, it destroys things. It really is. One of the things I've been taught in the IT industry is don't do BIOS updates unless you have a reason, such as CPU compatibility or a bug of some kind. Yeah, it's so true, Ranzer. I live in fear on those things. Like, I can't look away. I'm scared to leave the room when those things are happening.
Like, if you're going to do it, you got to be connected to some sort of stable connection, because if your power goes out, you got a brick instead of a computer.
Yeah, and there's no way to sort of like bump it back in again if there's a...
Some motherboards have a dual BIOS, so like if you're updating a BIOS and it fails, you could swap to the other one.
I guess because they've had too many people sending them back going like, okay, I bricked it, can I have another one?
Yeah, and it also works if you're doing overclocking, and then your computer is unstable, and it just gets stuck in a boot loop where it boots and then crashes, and over and over again. You can switch to the other BIOS, which will have
that's
issues.
Neat. Thank you, Noise Monkey. That's very interesting. So, work and teach tech theater in London. Wow. I bet you that's moved on quite a bit since Jane was doing it back in the Westminster Theater days. Let me know if you have any interest in doing a feature on how we use tech in our very fun industry, which, like film, will hopefully get back on its feet soon. So true. Yeah, good luck with that, Noise Monkey. It's beginning. It's beginning. We're like, as I was saying earlier that I'm doing a film with Guillermo del Toro that was shut down during when COVID first started. Actually, no, they were much better than that. They were much more responsible than that. They actually shut down before COVID shut us down. They were concerned for people's health and stuff, and I got to say I respect them for doing that. But they said we'll see you in 2 weeks, and of course that was our lunch. And we're still we're now 6 months later, but so it looks like we'll probably start in September. So yeah, things are picking up. But I'd love to know. We could definitely do a chat about that. In fact, next Tuesday, I'm actually going to talk with a friend of mine who was with me when we discovered our cicada here. He did a great documentary on olive oil, which sounds like the dullest thing in the world, except that it's not. It's really, really interesting. He was like this like punk musician, and now he like it works in olive groves and makes olive oil and is like, basically evangelic. I don't know. He's telling people a lot about olive oil and how the stuff that we get from shopping, from grocery stores and stuff is basically old and rancid compared to the stuff that you can get. And he does a bunch of tastings, and I think he's going to set me up with a few different olive oils, and we're going to do like a socially distanced olive oil tasting. I've got a meeting. What? I do? Wait a second. This will be good. It's Jane's. It's Jane's meeting. So that's good. I thought I was like, who am I supposed to be talking to? So I think we're going to do that on Tuesday. So I'll just talk to him about the movie and about what he's doing. It's just kind of fun because he's like a punk rock guy who got into olive oil, and he goes back and forth to Italy, and he's just so excited about it that it's that contagious curiosity thing again. So now when I have olive oil, I'm like, I actually taste it. And we bought some he has I think it's called Abandoned Grove. He basically rebooted this olive grove in Italy, and he makes his own olive oil now, and it's just, oh my God, I don't know if you've ever had olive oil that's like almost spicy. Like nothing's been put in it. It's just spicy. The olive itself is spicy. And it almost burns your throat. It is so good. My mouth is watering at the thought of it because it was just, olive oil is just, I don't know. I love olive oil. I just used to think it was just something you cooked with, right?
My dad bought some expensive olive oil at one point.
Oh, really? For what?
I remember how he got it, and it was super good. I think he might still have a little bit left.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah. So we use normal stuff for cooking.
Yeah.
And then we just use that for like dipping bread in and things like that.
Yeah. And that's what's funny thing is, so he's saying we've got to stop using olive oil as a condiment and start using it like use the good stuff in cooking as well, because it's why would you use like the lousy stuff just because I still do that, by the way. I still use the so-called lousy stuff.
Yeah.
But
Because the good stuff's expensive.
well, that's exactly it, right? And he's saying that it's going to become like, I had no idea, but it got to the point where there's like it's almost like you're doing, you know how they do wine tastings? They used to people do wine tastings. Well, now you can do that with olive oil, and you can be like, oh, I'm going to try this olive oil that costs like $100 a gallon or whatever it is, or $1,000 or whatever. And the idea of like being able to taste the different areas and it's just I'm already looking forward to that. So I think Tuesday, for my Tuesday chat, I will try to pay attention to the chat as well, but mainly I got to talk to Phil about this whole olive oil thing he's got going. And then he's like, I think he's going to try to do a TV series. That's the thing, is he made a documentary film. He'd never made a film before. He'd never wanted to make a film before. He was just doing all this olive oil stuff, and he was so excited about it, and he wanted to like share it with people. So he started filming pieces, and he got his friend to come out and film it, and then they made a little documentary. And the documentary is amazing. Like it's fantastic. And we're sort of like been talking to him because I think he should do a TV series. I mean, not with me. I mean, it's for him to do. We're just just offering any advice we've got. But or I was saying he should just do this. He should just start streaming and do like a Patreon and do like, because I think there are people here who could really get into this stuff. Like where he could start sending us olive oil and different olive oils of the month and all that kind of stuff. Could be really cool.
That'd be cool, like a subscription service.
Yeah.
Where you get different olive oils every month to try.
Yeah, even just like little, like, just
a couple little bottles. They send in a package every month.
Well, that's it. And I was saying, like, do it like as a Patreon, right? So you've got money every month coming in, and then they can watch. Not only do you get the olive oil, but you get like a video about it, and he'll tell you about where.
Subscription service.
Yeah, I think it's genius. How do we do that? Oh, we're going to be sending out. We're sending gaming PCs.
Gaming PCs.
Well, it's funny you said magazines. I would love to do like a TechBandits magazine that just has like cool science and game stuff and like, or maybe even just like I suppose I could just turn the website into more of that. I suppose that's basically what the website is. But I just always liked magazines. There's something I like, something about magazines I've always liked. Yeah, T-Runners. T-Runners is a good example. So T-Runners is a friend of mine who was on Stargate with me. Her husband started a tea subscription service. So every month you get this sort of selections of teas that they figured out. Oh, there are olive oil clubs. Yeah, I'm sure there are. Yeah, but this is what's so great about it, is there's also wine clubs. This isn't just about the olive oil. It's about his experience with the olive oil and the history that he's got and the connections he's got, and it's just a really neat kind of experience. It reminds me of I feel like he's at the stage where Gary Vaynerchuk took over his dad's wine company. I feel like Phil's at this point now where he could be at this point where he could create basically a media empire out of this, because he's got travel video stuff about being in Italy and all the different places. And I think Turkey even does some, and there's a bunch of different places around the world that have their own olive oils. I think the UK started doing some, because of global warming, there are parts of the UK that are now warm enough to grow olive groves. I just think it would be kind of neat to do. So it's not just about the olive oil; it's about the sort of it's the community around it as well. It's a bit like this. It's like TechBandits. Although I'm not going to try to sell you. I'm not going to try to sell you olive oil. I might try to sell you a T-shirt or two, but that's there's that. Is there a way to see the documentary video? It is, I think, because people are talking about TV, they've sort of like shuttered it all up so you can't see it. But you know what? I will find I think I have a trailer for it. Let me see if I can find the trailer. Pretty sure he sent a trailer, which could be good for you to see. Intro, yes. Play dates, nope. Hawaii P4 Pro, nope. Here we go. Interesting. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to find it. I know he sent me some stuff. There you go. Wait a sec. Okay, so is this the link? Nope. Nope. Oh, where is it? All right, let me see if I can find this link, because it would be good. It'd be good for you to have. Here we go. Okay, so there's this. Okay, that's the actual. I think that's the actual video. I can't share that because that would be piracy. There's this, I believe, is the. There you go. Oh, he's called it Tasty Notes. I liked Obsessed with Olive Oil.
For me, there's been.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so this is it. I think I can send you this link. I will copy it. I will paste it into this little chat here so you can see it. Okay, so there you go. I think this is it. Yeah, have a look. I think that's it. It's yeah, it's just such a great he's a great guy. I love him. I love his family. And his enthusiasm for stuff is just infectious. Like it's like he's just so interested in this stuff. And plus he's got this kind of like punk rock background as well. So it's kind of neat to sort of like he himself is sort of like almost struggling with the idea that, hey, I'm a grown up and I like olive oil. What's going on? You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. Piracy is bad, kids. It's interesting. I'm so torn on the piracy thing because I sort of feel like, then stop. You've got to charge the right amount of money for things. Otherwise, people will pirate them. You've also got to make them available to everybody because you can't, trying to sort of cordon off, like if you release a film, but it's only released in China first and then in America or vice versa or any of this kind of stuff, you're going to have piracy. Like the problem is that films and television have always made money through windowed, releases. So like first it's released on the channel, then it's released on DVD, then it's released on regular television, So then that's how they sort of cut off little pieces of profit. Well, as soon as one digital copy's out there, bang, your film or television show is basically free to whoever wants it. And so I feel like the model no longer works. Like I feel like we need to come up with a better way of making films now because you can't, we were talking about Jurassic World or Jurassic Kingdom or whatever the latest version of that endless series is. And if you're spending like $300 million on a movie and then it just takes one person to copy it and then people get it for free, how does that, it doesn't add up anymore, right? What's your take on piracy, Chunky? What do you think?
I don't think it's good. I've never used pirating websites.
I'm always scared to use pirate websites just because
they're just sketchy, anyways.
Yeah. Well, the sketchy ads that come up, there's always like naked women hanging out of windows and things. Yeah, it's always like it always seems a little like I don't know, man. This is like
I think I used it once when I got a DVD and it was kind of broken.
Yeah.
So instead of paying for a DVD, I just kind of.
You got like a movie, you mean?
Yeah, I kind of paid for it, but I just didn't get the.
But the DVD wasn't working. Huh.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I mean I've got friends in the industry who'd never pay for anything, who just pirate everything.
Yeah,
but
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I feel like, but part of my thing is like if in some cases like if I'll watch a little indie film and if I like it, I'll go and buy it because I go like I like that movie, and I want to support the people who made it. And I feel like that's a much better way to approach it than saying like you will pay and then we're going to make it really difficult for you to watch it because we don't trust that you've actually paid for it. There's just a different way of doing business. Oh, I do have a meeting. Oh shoot, I totally forgot. I'm supposed to see James Key. My friend James, who's the writer, who wrote those amazing books called they're the Tales of the Haunted Library. Have you read that? Have you seen those, Jack?
No, I haven't.
They're kind of fun. They're like short stories, but they're sort of like horror stories for kids, but they're not. But he doesn't really know what kids should be reading, so some of them are pretty sick. But it's got like some fantasy stuff, like it's got some kind of like it's got some sort of almost like anime style fantasy D&D type stuff, and then it's also got ghost stories, and then it's got like horror stories, and then sometimes it's just got like these weird little sort of psychological horror stories. Like he's got one about a bunch of kids who find Nazi zombies when they're out for a walk. They find an old Nazi bunker that has been developing zombies, and and they by accident like restart the lab, and then the zombies come looking for them and stuff. It's just kind of fun. So All right. I'm going to say adieu because I'm going to go see my friend for coffee because I need more coffee. That's always the case. Jack, pleasure as always. You're obviously, Jack, if you want to know about olive oil too, you're welcome to join us on Tuesday as well if you want to get in on
Maybe
that.
I will.
And then my parents let me read Stephen King when I was a kid. Yeah. Stephen King's pretty freaking scary. Do you read, Jack? Do you read books?
Not too often.
Yeah.
But I think I have to go right now.
Oh, go. Get out of here. Yeah, get out of here. All right, bud. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Everybody, thank you so much. That was another amazing chat. I can't believe I've gone on for so long. I've gone an hour over time. Holy moly. It's that raid. I was just so excited about the raid. I cannot thank you enough. You're amazing in the chat. I just love the way you interact with the bandits and you keep things going for them. It's just great. And I feel like every time we do this, we get better at it. Or I get better at it, better at organizing it. So, yeah, I guess until we geek again. Huzzah! Oh, I can't do that. I gotta be able to click right out when I say that. Otherwise I feel like I should be breaking glasses or something. So I should say, ladies and gentlemen, Tech Bandits International, until we geek again, huzzah!